Welcome to B2GM series, guys. Welcome to Gold 2 Protoss. In today's video, we have a lot of stuff in store for you. Everything we did in Gold 3, and now more stuff in Gold 2. We have basically, we talked about it a little bit before, I believe. I can't remember where I talk about which things, because I'm making all three series at the exact same time. But anyways, what we're going to be doing is everything we did in Gold 3. Keep going with it, but now we're going to start doing resource stacking on my mineral lines. And we're going to do this every game forever now. Okay? And then in Gold 1, we're going to learn how to split the mineral line. So we're not doing split mineral line yet. We're going to do that in Gold 1. We're doing mineral stacking in Gold 2. It's super easy, and I'll explain the concept. In here. So what do? The mineral starts mining, okay? And look what happens. I grab a probe and I put it on a far patch. I grab a probe and I put it on a far patch. Sorry, a closed patch is what it's called. They're called closed patches. And I've already stacked the mineral line. That's how easy it was, guys. There we go. Now I stacked it. Now I did. Let's go ahead and make a pylon. Let's go and make sure we stack it again. Make a probe go to a new patch with only one probe on it. And you guys might ask, okay, Vibe, what the hell are you even doing? What's the goal here? The goal is to get 2 probes per patch. And the goal is to also put 2 probes per patch.
If anyone is gonna have sex with my sister, it's gonna be me. Quote from Slackjaw Yogo The Simpsons.
Thank you, dude. Depuz, much love, dude. Barry, thank you for the...
Vibe began as a small worm, a bronze maggot, and along the way he developed patience, honor, reverence, and honor, maybe patience, and maybe a bit of honor.
Okay. Thank you, Barry. I'm an honorable person, man. I try to be honorable. But the goal is to put 2 probes per mineral patch. So you can see right now this probe only has 1. Which patch has 3? It's this one right here. So we're going to we'll select it and move it over, okay? And then we're going to move this probe behind it, and now we're good to go. Okay, and now we can build our nexus. And I'm gonna break down what we just did in the replay for how what mineral stacking means, and we'll talk more about it, just so I can talk about it in like a more calm fashion where I'm not in the middle of also playing the game. Let's move on from it for now, though. What do we see from the Terran? I see a barracks, I see a command center, and I see double gas, guys. So this is not exactly the same build as we are, right? He's already double gassed before he expanded. I double gassed after I expanded. So what does that mean? Oh, he's expanding though. So, okay, so the builds are similar, right? The builds are similar, but there's a little bit of deviation. I went double gas after expansion. He went double gas before expansion. So the difference there is his build has more tech potential, more gas spending potential. My build has more economy potential. So generally speaking, an easy way to read this is I'm going to be the one that's probably on defense. That's all it means. I will be now the defender in this game. I should be. If he doesn't attack me and he does that, it doesn't make sense.
Vibe, I showed B2GM series to my whole family and they didn't like it at all.
Oh.
The funeral got very awkward after your videos. I guess they weren't ready to hear about making probes. Love your content.
Shit, dude, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. The funeral got really awkward. Thank you very much for the support. Crown Dance for the $10 hauler, dude. Thank you, man. So as you can see, we're already on the defense because he's already attacking me, which is all good. It's totally fine. Am I freaking out? Did I micro there? No, it's okay. Let's go ahead and build our thingies. Okay. Tell my units to come back to my base. Okay, he's in my main again, so let's just right-click the Reaper with our units. Call it a day. Let's also build a pylon up here, because this is where the Reaper keeps jumping in my base with, and now we can kind of know where it happens before it happens, right? Let's get another probe in that gas to fix it again. Now we're good. This base is getting close to full saturation, so what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and expand again. Let's go ahead and expand again. Yeah. Build a nexus, build a pylon. Camera hockey that bad boy. Let's take our sentry and hallucinate scout the left side of the map. Where are the bases on the left side of the map? And we'll go all the way into his main and natural and stuff. Let's take our gas because we're fully saturated. And also, if you guys are wondering, why didn't you build a battery this game? Because he expanded. We saw his command center go down, and if he makes a command center, he doesn't really have the ability to attack me really fast. He still is going to attack me in this game. He still should. We can see a bunker with some Marines at it, and then a quick scout. And we're like, look at, we're making probes. We're making probes. Okay, I can see he's got more buildings and stuff and so on and so on. It's all good. I scouted a guy who opened up 2 base, and it's all good. To be fair, I shouldn't even have looked at his main base. This is Gold League. That's something I should be doing in Platinum League. I should have just saw, okay, there's no expansions, and looked at his army, and I saw a bunker and Marines. So the only thing I really want you to take away from what we just saw is that this guy's going bio. We know this guy's going bio. That's all we need to know. Or rather, he's going ground units. That's the bigger one. He's going ground units. So if he's going ground units, what are we going to do? We're going to go into charge lots. Let's go ahead and shift. Chrono. Super fast chronos. Camera
I think
hockeys.
Vitamin dropped a big old ono. I'd if you saw it. Please don't yell at me.
I think I did. I don't know. I'll say it again though. I don't mind. Vitamin, if I didn't say anything, thank you very much for the $20 dono, dude. I'm sorry if I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. Obviously I didn't mean to skip it. I do appreciate you very much, man. And I'll just play it again, okay? I don't care. We'll rewind that bad boy.
I'm just here to dick around, but a moment of seriousness. You're the best vibe. Get some muffins and yogurt on us. Sincerely, idiots from the chat.
Thank you, dude. Vitamin C, thank you very much, man. That's a fucking super huge dono. Thank you very much, dude. Okay, we are fully saturated on the 3rd base, so let's send our probe up to our 4th. Let's now start making zealots, guys, and immortals. And why are we doing that? Look at his base again. He's got more bio. Okay, our probe's gonna die. Just take it to the other base then. It's all good. We don't have to panic. We don't have to worry. It's okay. Keep making probes. We can send our army up there to go kill that Reaper at that base. It's all G. Just because it might still be there. Take this base right here. Rally our nexus to that base because this base is already fully saturated. Probe count's currently at 73. Make sure we bring our army back down. So we don't want our army to be super out of position. We want it to be kind of centralized in our base. And now let's get a Templar Archives. And let's get like an additional like 4 gates. Because we're starting to get a lot of money, guys. And I can't really spend it. Same thing we always run into. The same problem. Critical booster upgrades at the same time. Keep making probes. And yeah. Let's go ahead and saturate these gases. Make some more zealots. Because you got to realize too, now if we're going to go zealots, we should probably even take more gates. And here's why. Look at my gas. My gas is getting really high now. It's definitely growing because all we're making now is zealots and just with the off Archon every once in a while. So if we're going to do that, we're going to get a lot of gas. And now if we're going to rotate gas, minerals, we can definitely afford to get some extra gateways to make faster production. That's just how it goes. Yeah, it's Chrono Booster upgrades. Probe count's currently 82, so our last 3 probes finishing right now in just a second are going to put us to 85. Let's go ahead and take another base. And now we have Templars for Archons here, so now our army's getting to like full power. Our army's getting super scary. Let's go ahead and take our gases here. Let's get a couple of pylons as well, just so we have coverage of pylon field here. This base is on its way. Keep making immortals. Let's make another hallucinated phoenix. So let's go left. Left. Another hallucinated phoenix. Let's go right. Right. Get upgrades again. Mineral fields depleting. Let's transfer to the new base. And since this base just got a bunch of probes at it, let's go ahead and build some pylons.
Engaging the enemy.
Build more Archons and Zealots. And this guy, it doesn't look like he has any other bases. Like, it looks like the only base we saw was the natural and the main. So, again, all we're doing is macro, 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 macro. We're chrono boosting our shit. Now we're getting really close to hitting that max. So let's throw down a couple more units, and we maxed out around 936. So let's take our army. So it's definitely faster than the quota, right? We definitely crushed it in this game. That's a good job. Oh, here he is. Awesome. Okay, now let's aim move towards him, and then again let it happen, and worry about spinning your gateway production timer, like the cooldowns of it. Worry about making your mortals out of the robo. Chrono boost your upgrades. Chrono boost your robo. All these kinds of things. Chrono boost the stuff that you can, and then if you're like, okay, my money's still going up really fast, add more production.
I was practicing your build as Protoss and met another Protoss doing your B2GM. But he made 10 DTs, killed my observer, and smashed my army Sag.
I'm sorry, Hitman.
I hustled my friend using your build, so I'm just slowly funneling the money to you.
Okay, thank you, Vitamin C. Thanks for splitting it with me, dude. Much love, dude. Thanks for the 2, and also Hitfam, thank you for the 1. Appreciate it, guys. So let's talk about this really fast. We're going to talk a little bit more this time about the early game about mineral stacking, about what it means. I'm going to give you guys a paint, okay? This will make sense in a second. Trust me. You're not going to understand what it means yet. But it will make sense. I promise you. Okay. It'll make sense. Now. We're mineral stacking. So what does that mean? What does this mean? Like, please tell me, please explain, Vibe. Let me tell you what it means. In StarCraft 2, every single map you're ever going to play that is a ladder map in team games, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, 1v1, any map in ladder play. So I'm not talking about custom games where people make their own maps, because that has no bearing on this. But if you actually have professional Blizzard maps that are made and they're like in the service where you can play matchmaking, ranked matchmaking, all these maps work the same, okay? So if you hit multiplayer, go to ladder versus, all these maps are going to be like this. And this is what I mean. Every base has 2 gases. The only thing you need to know about gases is put 3 workers on those, and they're good. That's it. Simple enough, right? Easy. Don't got to do shit with that. Just put 3 workers on gas and you're good. In terms of efficient mining. Now for minerals. Minerals need to actually be monitored a little bit, especially in the early game. And the way you do that is, first of all, you have to understand what the hell the minerals even mean. There are 4 patches here that are more efficient to mine from than the other 4 patches. If you ever hear anyone talk about this, this is what they're called. Close mineral patches, far mineral patches. That's what they're called. So when someone is talking about a far mineral patch, they're actually not talking about, usually, if they know what they're talking about, they're not talking about the patches on the edges of the mineral line. The only time someone ever might say a far mineral patch, when they mean one of these on the edge of the mineral line, is probably if they're talking about a micro example. Like if they're talking about units attacking at the edge of the mineral line or something like that. But if you're actually talking about the concept of macro and economy, far mineral patches does not represent the side of the mineral line, but rather mineral patches that are farther away from the nexus than the close patches. That's all it means. Okay? This is all it means. So a probe has to run less distance to mine that patch as opposed to running the distance to go mine that patch. It's a little bit faster. So, and then also the perfect amount of probes you want to put on each patch is 2. And the reason why you want to put 2 probes on each patch is because if you have more than 1 probe if you have 1 probe per patch, the probe is going to mine the minerals, turn it into the nexus, go back to the mineral patch, and he's going to be mining at 100% efficiency by himself, but the mineral patch itself is going to have a lot of downtime. There's going to be a lot less, like the probe's going to leave, come back 5 seconds later, and then mine minerals again. Leave, come back like 5 seconds later, mine minerals again. Because the second he gets minerals in his hand, that's when look at this probe, for instance, right here. See how he's got a little laser beam on the mineral line? The timer starts right now. because he just got minerals in his hand, and now that mineral patch is idle. It is now idle, so he'll leave. He'll turn into the Nexus, and he'll come back. And realistically, it's only like 3 seconds. Okay, it's like a few seconds, like 3 to 4 seconds. Like realistically, he's actually it's 4 seconds. He actually starts mining at 9 seconds. Now, the point we're trying to make here is if you have 2 probes per patch, each probe is going to have perfect mining, okay? They're going to have perfect mining overall. Perfect mining. And when that happens, it means your economy is going as efficient as it possibly can, right? It means your economy has no hiccups in it. There's no speed bumps and crappy things going on. Now, here's another thing to understand. If you have a third probe, a third probe on one patch, if that patch is a close mineral patch, that probe literally has only about like 20% efficiency of what it should have. And what that means is let's say this. Let's say if you have 2 probes, they would literally they would be like this. One would mine, the other would like start coming back, and then the one that's mining would pick up minerals in its hand, and then they would rotate. They would rotate. They're always going to rotate. They're not going to wait on each other. But if you have a third probe, that third probe is going to arrive, and the second probe is going to be currently sitting there, and it's only going to be barely into its job mining minerals. It's going to be like, hey, I just got here, so you're going to have to give me a second, and then it's going to mine its minerals, and then it's going to pick them up, and then the probe that was waiting is now going to start mining. And right after that probe starts mining, the third probe again is going to show up, because they rotate, and it's going to be like, hold on a second, I got to mine my minerals.
Vibe, I am casting my company's StarCraft tournament, and watching you break down these games has really improved my understanding of the game. Muchas gracias.
Hell yeah, Bellcast. Thank you for the 300, man. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that it's helping you understand the game more. Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you. And that's also cool that you're casting your company's StarCraft games. That's sick. I'd be curious to know if your company is like a gaming company. Here's a quick detour tangent. It was really cool. I got emailed one time by the creators of the game called Grim Dawn, and they sent me a free key to play Grim Dawn, and they were like, hey, Vibe, so we actually all at Grim Dawn, we all watch your, like a lot of us watch your series, and we play internal StarCraft matches versus each other, like little internal tournaments. And we appreciate your series, and we just wanted to give you a copy of the game, or like a code to play the game if you wanted to. And I was like, fuck yeah, thanks, dude. That's cool. So yeah, hearing that again, that's fucking sick. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Billcast. Okay, anyways. So like your third probe is going to have like legit like only 20% out of its original 100 efficiency. 20% of its original efficiency if you have a third probe on a close patch. Now, if you're mining a far patch, again, probe 1 and 2 will mine about 100% efficiency. But the third probe, again, on a far patch will only have about 50% efficiency. These numbers are just kind of estimated, but it's pretty accurate to what it is. So if a third probe goes to a far patch, and then there's 3 probes cycling, probes 1 and 2 will always have perfect mining. But always, every single time, the third probe will arrive, and like halfway into the first probe's mining, the third probe is just going to sit there right on him being like, you almost done? Okay, you're done now. Now it's my turn. So it's not actually effectively mining very well. So the one thing you want to do is when this mineral line, now we're getting more advanced with this, right? When this mineral line says 16 out of 16, it does not equate for the fact that you have 1, 2, or 3 probes per patch. AI sometimes gets fucky and it doesn't split properly. Okay, you have to know that. That is a possibility. So, I want you to know something. We're going to this now. This represents the probe's AI, okay? And right here, oops, I'll make it a different color. Right here is like this is what I would call the 50% cutoff. Okay, this is the 50% cutoff line. So remember how I talked about the first probe will get, if you have like 3 probes on a patch, on a close patch, that third probe will only get like 20% efficiency, right? It will only get like 20% efficiency. I hope this makes sense. I'm sure it will make sense for you guys. Let me make that purple again. Okay, and then do a text with a black, and we'll say this one is a 20% cutoff. So what this means is, this is what this means. If you have a probe mine minerals, I'm explaining AI of probe mining now, okay? Listen to this for a second. If you have a probe, go from the nexus to the fucking mineral line, and it mines minerals by itself, it's going to always be in the green because it has no other probe to wait on. It's just going to mine by itself, and it's going to be fine. Now, if you have a second probe, go mine a mineral patch. If the second probe arrives in the red territory, and what the red, so imagine this, okay? Imagine if this is what it looks like when a probe mines minerals. Let's say the probe gets here at the start of the bottom of the red, okay? Like that's like a timer. It's a timer. So the probe gets here, and this is how fast it goes. This is how fast it goes. Done. 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 It's literally like 3 seconds of mining, or like 2 seconds of mining. It's pretty fucking fast. So it just represents when the probe, this is the red, the bottom of the red here represents the second the probe touches the minerals and goes boop. And then the green here represents minerals in hand, and I'm now going to now return this to the nexus. That is what these represent. Now what's important to know here is if a probe is already mining the minerals and a second probe now has to actually resort to this timer because it's resorting to the first probe's timer, if the second probe arrives anywhere at the start of the first probe's mining. So let's say your first probe mines the minerals and it's only there for half a second, and the second probe arrives right there. Do you know what's going to happen? The second probe is going to arrive in the area where the AI is going to say, oh no, it's already, this patch is too busy. Let's go to a different mineral patch. And it's going to go to a different mineral patch where the probe might be mining right there. The AI will register that and go, oh, let's go to that patch over there because that patch has a probe that's in the green. And then let's say this probe coming down here to this patch, this guy just started mining and this probe arrives right away, right after. Let's say that a probe arrived right there. Like just when the other probe started. That probe is once again going to leave and go, okay, well, guess what? Let's leave now and go to a probe mining there because it's in the green. It's like the AI is going to register that that's an acceptable patch to go mine from, because the acceptable patch differential is like when the probe is already at least like 40% of the way into production, into mining the mineral patch. I hope this makes sense so far. So what this means now, what does this mean? The reason why this is important is because, again, remember how I said if you have 3 probes on a patch, the third probe never gets 100% efficiency? If you ever have 3 probes on a close patch, the third probe is always going to have like a 20% efficiency, and that means this is the 20% cutoff, right? That third probe on a close patch is always going to arrive in the red, and it's going to immediately go, oh, this is really bad. Let's go somewhere with something in the green. And it will rotate itself on a close patch, so AI will fix itself to not triple stack close patches. However, a probe on a far patch will arrive at 50% efficiency. If you have 3 there just the whole time, that third probe is always 50%, and it'll tell the AI, hey, this is acceptable. So the probe will fucking stay there forever.
Tomorrow I'm playing in the quarterfinals, and you know I'll be repping the Hydra B2GM build.
Yo, that's awesome, Bellcast. Thank you, man, for the bits again. Much love, and good luck to you, dude. Good luck. Crush them. Kill them all. Also, quarterfinals. Good job, dude. That's actually pretty good. Feels good to always make it to the finals and shit. But yeah, the third probe on a far patch, guys. Remember how I said it will arrive with a 50% efficiency. It means the third probe on a far patch will always be getting here in the green, but it's not mining as good as it could be. Why is this? And also, those of you who are wondering, okay, Vibe, you're talking a lot about these fucking numbers, and I don't really give a shit. Why does this matter? It matters because this is going to boost your initial economy by like a decent amount, by somewhere probably between like 5 to 10% of your economy based on how effective you are with it. So by the time you mine like 700 minerals, you'll have an extra like 70 minerals in the bank, and 700 minerals. Or, okay, maybe 10% is a bit extreme. Maybe more like 7% or something like it's not actually like it seems a little steep in my opinion, but it is different. There is a differential. Let's just say you have 700 minerals mined so far, and you actually get like a bonus, like 50 minerals because of that. That's more realistic. 50 minerals bonus on 700 because you just stacked your patches. And you're not doing anything at this point in the game anyway, so there's no reason to not practice it. There's no argument to go, oh, I don't want to do it. It's just you're fucking lazy if you don't do it. Because you're doing nothing, right? You're building a pylon and sitting there waiting to do something else. You might as well stack your mineral patches. Because think about it like this. A nexus is 400. A pylon is 100 to make now 500. A gateway is 150 to make it 650. The gas is also 75 to make it 725. And the time it takes us to make our gateway, our pylon, our nexus, and our gas, we could take each one of these buildings probably a tiny bit faster than we would have otherwise because we stacked our mineral patches and we gave ourselves that tiny bit of a boost in our economy. And I'm telling you right now, this is something that is a good habit to do because it's something that people will do against you all the time in higher levels. And if you don't do it, you're always going to scratch your head and be like, why am I just behind in early game? Like, this is Protoss versus Protoss. And my opponent literally is at 29 supply, and I'm at 27. I didn't even miss macro my units. Why am I behind? And it's probably because your opponent actually stacks mineral patches properly. So he gives himself a tiny bit of an edge, which makes like that zealot spawn faster or that stalker spawn faster. So it's super important to know that. Thank you, Rudy, for the bits, dude.
Take dumps, drink water, macro. That's what's up. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So again, stacking mineral patches, again, what's the goal? Now, let's explain it more in a practical sense again. When your probes all saturate themselves on a mineral line, what's going to happen is the probes are always going to go to the middle patch. They always go to the very middle patch. Also, wait, let's take it back for a second. I should have explained one more thing about how to tell what the difference is between a close and a far patch. So geometrically, there's patches that are literally closer to the nexus, right? Like we just talked about. And the way you can tell if you're confused, like these ones are easy, right? This one's easy. You go, well, these two are closer. This one's further. So clearly this is two closes. These are two close patches. That's one far patch. That's super easy to understand. However, the three in the middle, people might not understand that as easy. And the reason why the one in the middle is the closer patch is because it's literally closer to the corner of the nexus. These two are further away from the corner, so they're farther. Also, another cool trick you can do is the close mineral patches are all taller than far mineral patches because they have more value. And finally, what I just said right there is value. If you double click a mineral patch in the replay that says 1800, 1800 is the amount of minerals on a close mineral patch, and if you double click it, it literally selects all of the close mineral patches. Notice how when I double click a mineral patch, it doesn't select all 8. It's because they're different. Now, if I go to the back patch and I double click that, it'll select all the back patches because they all have 900. Now, these are all the back patches. So what you want to do when you have 12 probes at the start of the game is you want to get 2 probes per patch that are highlighted right now and 1 probe per patch that is not highlighted. But the way AI works in this game, with the way this cutoff threshold mining AI thing works, is you're always going to get 1 probe, 1 probe, 1 probe, 1 probe, 4 probes, or 2 probes per 4 patches in the middle. The middle patches are always going to be double stacked, and the far patches are always going to be 1 probe per patch. Because the AI, what it tells it to do, is it tells all the probes to go to the middle patch first, and then the probes they go like this. They all go to the middle, and then they start fanning out both ways. And what happens is this probe goes to the middle. These 2 probes go to the sides. These probes also go to the same 2 sides here, but you know what happens to those? They hit the cutoff where they're like, nah, fuck that. Or actually, that happens when they have a full saturation. They don't actually do that. They go to the next open patch. The AI knows to go to the open patches. These go to the next open patch. These guys go to the next open patch. These guys go to the next open patch. And then these guys in the far back, they're the last probes to arrive. So what happens then is that those probes will then also, because every probe again touches the middle patch, and now when these probes hit the middle patch, the back probes now hit the cutoff, and they go, what's the next closest green one? And they go, oh, the patch is right next to us. And they all mine the close patches. Because again, the first probe that arrives will hit the green. The second probe that hits it will be right behind the first one. And then because of the first one, now it's going to be there. And then the third one's going to be there. And the fourth one's going to be there. And then like that's why they will then spread out to the other patches around it. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because again, it'd be like this. It'd be like this. Like, if you have a mineral patch, and a mineral patch, okay? And like, let's say this is probe number 9. He hits this patch. And now that probe touches that patch first, you have 10, 11, and 12 probes all behind probe 9, okay? Just think about it like this for a second. Think about it. If probe 9 gets to the middle patch first, if probe 9 gets to the very middle patch first, the middle, and when probe 9 arrives, let's say probe number 1 was the first probe to touch that patch. Probe number 1 by now is like right here, or like right here with his mineral cutoff. He's in the green at this point. So probe number 9 will go, oh, cool, I'll stay there and I'll mine that. So now suddenly we have 2 probes there. And now that we have 2 probes there, it starts over at the very bottom. So now since we're at the very bottom, when probe 10 arrives at this patch, it's going to hit the fucking bottom and go, okay, I'm not going to mine that patch. I'm going to shift over to that patch. Right there. Like I'm going to shift over. I'm doing like a John Madden thing right here. We're going to shift to that patch. So then probe 10 will mine that patch. And 10 will hit the other patch when the probe mining is like there. But now 11 might hit the same patch as 10 now because it also hit the same patch as 9. And it'll go, okay, well now 10 is also like right there. So now I'm going to go to the next mineral patch again, right there. Jesus Christ. Right there. And now suddenly the probe on that patch is right here. So he's going to mine it. This is why all your middle mineral patches get stuck together. Okay? So what's going to happen, all we got to do to fix this is we understand the concept that the middle mineral patches are the ones that get overstacked because of the way AI works. And we're going to grab probes off the middle, and we're going to try to leave the very middle one because this is a close patch. That's actually a good patch right there. But we're going to try and take probes off of this patch, and make sure we stack all 4 of these patches. And then we're going to drag probes off the far patches and put them on the close patches. That way, ideally, by the time we have 12 probes, we have all 4 close patches with 2 each, which is 8, and all far patches with 1 each, which is 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. That's the idea, right? And then there you go. Now we stack close patch, stack, close patch, stack, close patch, stacked. Close patch is not quite stacked yet. And see how sometimes when you see probes, you see a probe sometimes do that shit where it's like it touches the patch like this. Like go back to it again. Watch this. See how I tell the probe to come here, and the second probe comes here, and it stays because it was in the green threshold. Now watch this. The next probe, it goes over, and then it hits the patch in a weird way. Like what the fuck happened there? Actually, let me see what happened. Was there a probe not mining at all or some shit? Oh yeah, that's okay. So I actually took all the harvesters off that patch, so that's why it fucked up. So now if you have no harvesters on a patch, all your probes are going to be like, that's an open patch. And then the first one when the AI goes, there's an open patch, one of your probes is going to be like, let's go mine that instead. That does happen a lot. So yeah, it was because we had no probe there. And see how my probe gets there because it thought it was open, and now suddenly a new probe spawns there, and this probe decides, oh, I'm going to go touch the new patch, and he gets here right at the same time as this probe. Like look at the timer right here, right? So this probe arrives right now. This probe right here arrives right now. It was just a brand new built probe. Meanwhile, that probe right there is currently turning. This probe right here, he's turning because this patch was open for a second because we fucked it up. And now watch how they arrive. This probe and this probe. Those 2 selected probes. This guy arrives right now. He just started mining. We're fucking deep in the red on that little graph, right? That I just closed. We're deep in the red. And now this probe, the second one selected, that's behind the other probe, like right here, he's now going to touch it and go, nope, I'm turning around now because we're deep in the red. This is not over 40% of mining. This guy who's mining right here, right there, this guy right there, he still has to mine a lot more to get into that point. So now I'm going to go to a patch that's in the green, and the probe goes back to this patch because it's like, this patch isn't being touched right now. That's in the green. But then watch this. This is how AI is stupid in StarCraft. So it goes, well, this patch is not being touched, so I can go there because it's in the green. It's literally just free. It's open at the moment. But it doesn't calculate the other probe's distance. So now both of these probes arrive at the same time again. Now we're looking at these two probes right here. And this probe touches the probe on the top touches the patch just barely first. And now the probe on the left side is once again stupid. And I have to now control it myself to fix it. And I need to spam right click it for a second onto the patch right here until it passes like the 40% mining threshold to where it will now say, I will now stay here and wait my turn. And the second you make it wait its turn one time, it'll do it forever as long as you have 2 probes per patch with at least 1 probe on every other patch. And now look, now it just stays. And now I don't have to touch it anymore. Well, now I built a pylon. But now I'll have to do it again. See how they're arriving at the same time again? See how they're arriving at the same time again? Now, if I don't this is why I moved the probe for a second, because I'm making him, like, I'm going to right-click the mineral line again, but I'm just resetting my probe in a second here. I could have literally spam-clicked the mineral patch if I wanted to, or I could have said probe move up for a second and then mine the patch. And that way, I hit that green threshold, not the red threshold. Because if I tell my probe to go right a little bit after the probe starts mining, watch, it might still turn. See how it still tries to turn? It's like, no, 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 I'm not mining it. But just like a half a second later, and suddenly it stops turning. Right now, it's done. Now, it's no longer, even though this first probe's still mining, it's beyond the green threshold now to let the second probe go, I can stay here. Cool. And I don't have to touch it anymore. And now they will mine happily by themselves all day. And again, if you don't, so the goal is to get 2 probes per patch, and that's how you can understand what probe AI is like. And all workers work like that, by the way. So now, check this out. Check this out. If I don't fix it properly, watch this. So now, notice how and here's another cool way you can check it too. You can literally click the patch, and it says current harvesters 2, current harvesters 2, current harvesters 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. We build a gas. We send our probe back to mining. Or we're actually going to go build our nexus. Okay, so now look at this. See how these 2 probes arrived at the same time? This second probe is now going to turn. So it's in the red again, right? It's in the red. So now it's going to go to a patch that is not in the red. And watch how the probe moves. Watch this probe in the back right there. It's going to move because it's not having its turn. Now it's going to go somewhere else. And watch how it goes. And now look. Now it came here. Now it's like, no, that one's also in the red. Now look at this one. This one was in the red. This one was in the red. This one is in the green. It's like, yeah, you're over 40%. Cool. I'll stay here now. And now this is where it's scary because remember how I said the 50% cutoff? Like a third probe on a far patch gets about 50% efficiency. That's the 50% cutoff I'm talking about. If you don't notice this fucking 3 probe stack will stay here the entire time because every time a probe arrives to that patch, number 3 that is, it's always going to say, it's 50%. It's above 40. We can stay here. It's above 50%. It's above 40. We can stay here. Over and over and over and over, which means this third probe on this patch is going to get less efficiency than if we put that third probe onto this patch, which only has 1. And we put 2 per patch. So what that means is this patch will mine out a little bit faster. It'll mine out a little bit faster because we're going to get half the value of a third probe. But this patch is going to mine out so much slower. So here's what it means. Hopefully this makes sense. If all of these patches start at 900, okay? Think about this. This is a little bit of math understanding, okay? Think about it. If all of these patches start at 900, and one of these patches, the patch with only 1 probe on it, let's say it has 600 minerals. Let's say the probes with 2 on it have 200 minerals each. And let's say the patch with 3 on it has 5 minerals left and it's about to mine out. So what does that mean? If we do a calculator with what I just said, look at this. You have 200 plus 200, which is the 2 middle patches with 2 on them each. Those are the proper patches. Which means if you start with 900, now they have 200. It means you've mined 700 each right there. Now you have on the top patch, you have 600 or something, is what I said. Jesus, delete 1. You have 600 on the top patch, which means you've only mined 300 out of the top patch. And then you have, on the bottom patch, it's mining out, so you've mined 900 there. So what's left is 0, essentially, on that, because it's gone. The patch is dead. Okay, so that means we have 1,000 minerals left to mine, is what I'm going for here. But now let's say every patch had 2 on it, and instead of having 200, 200, 600, 0, now we have 200, 200, 200, 200 because every patch had 2 on it. It wouldn't be 1,000 minerals left to mine. It would be 800 left to mine because 200 times 4 is 800. So what that means is, with that probe being less efficient, we lost 200 minerals to the fucking abyss of time because we didn't stack our minerals properly. That's what this means. And the way you fix it is you just take a moment and you check your fucking base and you go 2. Like, you don't have to click your probes like that either. You just look at the patch, go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We're good. You can also, when you get better at it, you can literally just fucking eyeball it. You can legit just eyeball it as well. And then you're good to go. But this is a super important concept. It's a super fucking important concept that you need to understand. Everyone needs to understand this. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do this same explanation for Gold 2 Terran and Gold 2 Zerg. Because it's so fucking important. Every race needs to do this. And you need to do it forever from now on. You need to always do it forever. Because if you don't do it, you'll always have less money over time. Now, you don't need to do it at your natural, and you don't need to do it at your third base, and any base beyond your main base. You only want to do it in your main base, and the reason why is because... here's the final reason. Okay, the final piece of the puzzle here. This is the final piece of the puzzle. And again, this is a little bit more math for you, okay? I'm sorry if you hate math. But think about it like this. Let's think about percentages. What is 1 out of 10? It's 10%, right? What is 1 out of 20? It's 5%. What is 1 out of 40? It's 2.5%. What is 1 out of 80? It's 1.25%. So, what do these numbers mean? Notice how the bigger the total gets, the less percent value the 1 is worth. The reason why this is important is because when you have like 80 fucking SCVs, if one of your SCVs or probes or whatever is fucked up, it's such a small percentage of your economy, you'll never really notice it at that stage of the game very much. It's also later in the game when you have a lot more money to work with. But in the very beginning of the game, if 10% of your fucking economy is shit because you're just not paying attention, and also you're doing your build order at the start of the game is also very bare bones. You're like, I need that 100 minerals so that I can make a supply depot so I don't supply block. And you're like, well, I'll do it 10% slower for no reason. That's not good. It actually has massive differences early game because the percentage of your economy is so much more valuable because it's worth more because it's only 1 out of like 12 probes mining, not 1 out of 80. So you need to do it on your first main base because it's so fucking critical to do it. Like it's worth so much. And the second reason why, again, is because in the beginning of the game, guys, you're doing nothing anyways. You're literally sitting there fucking staring at your base. So it's the perfect time to do it. You have nothing else to do. But later on at like 7 minutes in the game, especially when we get higher up in the leagues, you're going to have so much shit to do. You're going to be like fighting 2 attacks at the same time and trying to do so much more shit. That's more worth, it's more valuable for your time than taking bad fights and going, let's make sure this patch is perfect when I have 1 out of 60 workers already. Like that doesn't fucking matter then. Because if you take a bad fight and you throw down like 1,000 resources in the garbage can, that's a lot more value than making sure 1 out of your 60 probes is perfect, right? But when it's 1 out of like 12, that's a humongous deal. That's a huge deal. It matters so much more. So, those are the reasons why this is super important, and we'll kind of stop there for it now. Again, if none of it made sense, or some of it made sense, or if you're like, I don't really fully understand, definitely watch it again. This is not a hard concept. It's something that you'll pick up quickly once you kind of start to get it. It's literally just stack 2 probes per patch, and then let your main mineral line kind of just be. Let it just be. Like stack 2 probes per patch here, and then just let it just maintain that as long as possible, and it will boost you into the mid game a lot better. It'll give you more economy to work with. It'll jumpstart. Like it's the difference of like this. You know how when you play like Mario Kart, and you play against someone who knows how to fucking, like every time the fucking race starts, he just boosts off the start, and you're like, this motherfucker has like cheats. Every race, he just gets this NOS boost right off the bat, and he's always in like first place right off in the beginning. It's the same thing as that. It's like a little boost at the start of the game for you that you should do because it actually has a difference. It makes a difference in the pacing of your build. So I hope this makes sense. But yeah, we'll move on from that now. And we're not going to talk about it in that depth anymore. We'll just always reference it now from now on in the series. At this point in the game, if we ever talk about it, being like, let's stack our mineral patches. Because it's super valuable. So again, from now on, I'm going to be stacking mineral patches the entire time at the start of the game. Okay. And then now, you know, same thing as always. We don't have to go into super detail about everything else because everything else already is exactly the same as what we talked about in Gold 3 as it is in Gold 2. It's literally exactly the same. It's just, again, try to keep pacing yourself faster and faster and faster. Like, try to get better and better at StarCraft. Someone says, how do we stop the third worker on that one mineral patch? You just click one of the probes on a patch that has 3, and then you tell it to go to the patch that has 1. And then you make sure if the probe that has 1, make sure when you send the probe that has 3 to that patch, that while the patch that has 1 is mining, the new probe that's going to arrive does not arrive in the red threshold, because if it does, it'll just fucking leave again. So make sure you watch for a second. It takes literally like 2 seconds. Just watch it and make sure you stack that probe properly. And the second that they have a synergy where they're like no longer fighting against you and they're like, fuck off, this patch is red. And now, oh, green. Now the probe is going to go, oh, okay. We now have perfect harmony at this mineral line. We're now working in unison here. That's what'll happen. So you just fix it. Just make sure you have 2 per patch. Take it off 3, put it on the 1, and now you have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. The goal is 2 per patch, not 3. And again, only worry about that. Please only worry about that. Again, disclaimer, only worry about that for the first base. Do not do that for the natural. Do not do that for the third. Do not do that for the fourth. Do not do that for any other base. There's so much more important shit you need to worry about. And it's so much less relevant because of the percentage of your economy. It keeps going down every probe you make. And it's not nearly as impactful once you have like 40 probes or 80 probes. It's just important when you only have like 12. That's so fucking important when you have 12. But again, and also when you have 12, you're doing nothing anyways. So it's the perfect time to do it. This makes sense as to why you use your gas workers to build instead of the mineral workers. Exactly. I use the gas workers a lot, and then I always shift them back into the gas. But again, once your main base starts mining out or whatever, or once you build your natural, who gives a fuck? Do whatever you want to do. Once you have a lot of once you're at a stage where you have like 40 probes, literally this rule just goes in the garbage can. It's only for the start of the game. You don't have to do it at that point in the game anymore. You just want to do it for your main base with your first 16 probes, and you want to maintain that perfect saturation up until the point when you have like 40 probes, ideally. You want to, that's why, that is, by the way, this concept is why you actually see players every game with their fucking Reapers and stuff always harassing a mineral line. It's not because they're like, I need to kill a probe. Ah. Like, yes, they want to do that. Sure, that's great. But the real reason why this is so, like, why you see people harass mineral lines, like the main mineral line early, if that ever happens, is because if you can disrupt the perfect spread, it fucks the economy up. And the earlier you can do that to someone, the more fucking annoying it is. It's super annoying. So, yeah, and then again, you don't have time to fuck around with that later on. Once the game's like 3 minutes in, you're doing so much more other shit that's more important. Like scouting and microing and all that other shit. Like especially once you get higher league. Okay. And then now, again, same thing as always, guys. Just again, I'm just gonna watch the fight at this point because the game is the same as it always is, right? Everything we're doing is exactly the same. We're just making gateways as we need them. We're making gateways. Again, we're making gateways faster now than we have been in Gold League as opposed to Silver League, because we're not making stalkers all day anymore. Because when our scout shows us they're going for ground units, we start going from our initial stalker count into now charge lots and archons, which are easier to afford because they're cheaper. They don't cost as much minerals. So we can definitely afford to make gateways faster, which in turn makes us max out faster. If our opponent was going for air, though, I would still make stalkers. And now look at when my opponent moves out, right? This is one of those things where efficiency beats non-efficiency. We got a 100 supply Terran, or 129 supply Terran pushing into a 200 supply Protoss. Yeah, he's got Ghost. Yeah, he's got tanks. Yeah, he's got medevacs and Marines. He has a nice assortment of units, but we have a fucking blob. We have a legit blob that's just going to roll his ass over. And that's what the fight looks like. Even if he EMP'd me, it wouldn't have done anything. We have way too much. And there you go. He's on 2 bases. We're on 5 bases. Really 4 with the 5th one on the way. Oh, no, sorry. We're on 5 bases, really, with the 6th one on the way. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have a lot of economy compared to him. We have, like, you can see in top left, like double the economy. So brutal for Terran. Alright, so again, the rest of the game's analysis will go a little bit faster unless it's something super unique and specific. I just really wanted to explain resource mining. I really wanted to make sure you guys understand that because it is something that you should definitely be working on yourself. You definitely want to make sure that your optimization of your main mineral line is not garbage. You want to make sure it's good. Okay, so what are we doing again? Let's stack mineral patches, guys. Stack the patch. Fix it. It's good now. Stack the patch. Fix it. It's good now. Let's go ahead and build a pylon. I'm playing against the Zerg. Shit, this is not good. I built my pylon in a bad spot. It's okay. It's okay. Just look. Stack the patch. It's good. I thought I was playing a Terran. My bad. Sorry. Let's go ahead and build a gateway. Stack this patch. It takes a lot of practice. You're definitely going to feel like when you first start doing this, you're going to be like, Jesus Christ, probes are running everywhere. But I got a close patch stacked, close patch stacked, close patch stacked, close patch stacked. My probes are, then this one's fucked up. Fix it. Send it right back. And now I fixed it. Now every probe is in perfect harmony in this game. Make him mine. And we should have scouted as well. So we fucked up a lot of other things in our gameplay, right? We're like, oh, we didn't scout properly. I didn't wall properly. Oh my god, everything's falling. I didn't chronoboost properly. All these problems now. You'll get better at it over time. This is something you should start practicing now. And then literally by the time you expand, you're done. Like by about 1.5 minutes into the game, the process of what we just talked about is over. You're not going to be doing it 5 minutes into the game. You're only doing it for the first minute. And if you get really, really good at this, you can do it. You can actually complete it in like literally 30 seconds. So, and then now we just don't ever touch the mineral line. Let it be. It's 2 per patch. It's perfect. That we have flawless income right now. Okay, so our probe just died to some drones. It's okay. Whatever. And you know what he just did? You know what you want to know? What did you just fucking see there? All his fucking drones attacked my probe. Every fucking high-level player that watches that is always like, Jesus Christ. This guy just ruined his fucking income. Oh my god. What is he doing? Don't ever do that. Do not fucking ever do that. That's why I never have once done that, and I never tell you to do that. The only time I've ever told you to attack with your mineral line is if, like, units are in the middle of it killing you, like an adept or a zergling or something. And then killing the unit's obviously better than letting your probes die.
Oh, yeah.
But don't ever pull your fucking probes like that to kill a drone or a probe or whatever. Because if you do that, you disrupt your entire progress of mineral stacking. And I guarantee I am mining more than the Zerg right now. Guaranteed. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
It's fucking guaranteed. Yo, thank you, Tryhard SC, for the 5 gifted subs, dude. Vibe gift in the chat. Vibe gift in the chat, dude. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
And before 12 pull? Well, we know he's not 12 pulling me because he expanded.
Oh, yeah.
In this game particularly, because we fucked our wall up, you could just make a 3rd gateway right now. We don't really want to make this gateway right now, but we need a wall. We definitely need a wall. And now we're good to go.
Oh, yeah.
And notice how I don't care about stacking my patches at my natural? I don't give a shit. At this point now, again, guys, look how many probes I have. I have 37. Like, it's so much less relevant right now. There's so many more important things I need to worry about than just mineral stacking my natural. Like, I should be worrying about things like this. Like getting ready to scout my opponent. Making sure my stalker is in the right position. If I get attacked, making sure we can deal with that. Still macroing probes. Making sure we're not supply blocking. Everything's starting to go at a faster pace now. So, and again, economy now is beyond 40, so we don't really care anymore.
Research complete.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take our Nexus. Let's go and take a couple Stalkers. Make our hallucinated scout while we make an immortal. And have it go scout the right side of the map. Let's take our gases. Okay. Oh, we're good. Now we're just good to go. Now where our money's growing, all this shit. Chrono Boost our Nexus. Chrono Burst our Nexus. Camera Hockey our 3rd base. Now we have all 3 bases camera hockeyed. So now we can really quickly rotate between all 3 Nexus and Chrono Boost them all with camera hockeys. Nice and easy. So again, like right now. Or wait, we'll wait a second because the Chrono's still on. So we'll do it right after the Stalker. So Chrono Boost, camera, click, camera, click, camera, click. Click, click, click. I just chronoed every Nexus in like half a second or 1 second. Make some more gateways here. Okay, we're getting attacked, so let's go ahead and attack towards this. Take these probes and have them mine to the natural so they can run away from the lings. Make another immortal. Keep making units whenever I can. Take these probes and tell them to go mine back again to the 3rd. Chrono Boost my Nexus again. Nexus, Nexus, Nexus. Chrono, Chrono, Chrono. Okay, and now... What did he just attack me with? So, I would have liked to have scouted him first, but he attacked me first instead. He attacked me with Ling Roach. So now, since he's attacking me with ground units, I'll scout across the map again and see if I can see more composition. But now I'm going to start making Zealots, guys. And we'll start making Charge. And we'll start going into Temple Archives. Let's go ahead and take another Nexus. Let's build a pylon next to it because we're supply blocked. Take our gases here. Oh, what are we dying to? Oh, more ground units. There's a couple of queens and a lot of ground. So, nice. So we're making zealots. We can chrono boost our upgrades now too. Because our probe count is very close to done. Our probe count looks really solid. Let's make a couple Archon. And then a couple Zealot. And now at this point, now that I have a larger army, I also need to worry about protecting this mineral line and also protecting my other base. We don't need to always stand behind our natural anymore because of the fact that, you know, we don't want our probes to just die for no reason. We want to definitely be able to protect them. Also, another thing too is if you ever accidentally warped in Archons in your base, like say you warped in Archons there and you were like, shit, I can't get Archons through the doorway because it's a 1 grid doorway. Feel free to kill a gateway. Just kill your fucking gateway and rebuild it with a 2 grid doorway instead of a 1 grid doorway. Like, watch, I'll do it right now. It's totally fine if you do that. Don't feel like you can't do that. And we can just be like this. This is a 1 grid doorway. Here's a 2 grid doorway. And now suddenly, I can actually walk Archons in and out of my base, and it's not a problem. And I still have a wall. You can definitely do that. Let's also make some more gates here. More gates here is going to allow us to protect our mineral line from run-bys from the south side. Mineral fields are still depleting. We need to take another base. Over here. Grab these probes. How's natural? Good. Third good. Cool. Let's go ahead and throw down some Archons. Chrono boost upgrades. Grab our gases. He's attacking me this way. Make our Archons an A move towards him. Don't stare at it. Not a big deal. Probe count is done. Sick. Oh, he's here now. Attack that way. Looks like that base might die. Let's go ahead and take another base over here. Yeah, the base actually didn't die. Sick. Let's build another pylon over here. And it's okay. Let's go ahead and make some more Archons. Let's make some more Zealots. Do I have all my gateways hotkeyed? We can. If you don't know, you can legit click the select warp gate or hit W if you didn't mind hotkeys like me. Hit Shift 4, and now you can tell which buildings are on and off with the nice read here. And yeah, if you don't know how I'm chrono boosting my bases, I literally explain it in the intro to Gold League in that video. If you watch my YouTube series, it's already posted on my YouTube channel. For people watching this on Twitch. Okay, let's make some more gates. And now here comes our 10-minute max, right? There we go. We're maxed out at 10 minutes. Boom. So now, let's go ahead and grab our sentry and throw out 2 Hussein Phoenix. 1 goes on the left side, 1 goes on the right side. And then what we can do now is we can select all army. Let's hit tab, 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 tab. Control Shift. Hold them together. Click a Phoenix. And now we don't actually control the Phoenix anymore with select all army because we're still scouting. Now we can take our army and move it down. So Shift adds or removes, Control adds or removes, like does an entire category of something. So we just removed an entire category of Phoenix because they were already in the group. If they were in the group and I did that, it would have added them to the group. Okay, so now we know where the bases are. Let's move to this base first, actually. Let's go here. Go here. And now we can do select all army again. It's fine because the Phoenix are gone. We don't need to scout anymore. But we can A move here. Okay, just let's A move here now because our army is getting fucked up. Let's go ahead and have the Observer follow an Immortal and go right back into macroing. Okay, what are we going to do as well? Let's make a Robo. Make a lot of gates. Make some more gates. Don't make it in your mineral line. That's obviously not good. Good. Bad. Good. Rotate. Gas. Mine. Mine. 2 on that. Take them off. Put them over here. Good. Good. Everything's good. Okay, grab my Robo. And then grab all these gates we just made. And now I'm at 23 production buildings. We're good to go. Now let's take our army and let's once again A move here to group up my army first right now. We want to group our army up because we have reinforcements coming again. And we also have this army that's just kind of like half dead. Like we lost a lot of it just a second ago. So my army is now grouped up. My army's full power once again. And now we can once again A move, Shift A move, Shift A move. Go to my observer on the end of the control group, click the camera of it, tell it to follow an immortal. Right click an immortal with it, and now it's just going to follow all day. Take my upgrades, chrono boost, and yeah, go back to making an army. We can also, if you're like, man, I have like no room to build, let's just do this. Watch this. This is a super cool trick. What if we build a pylon right there? Within range of the green to be a We can build a pylon right here. So you can see how the pylon changes color. It's green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue. Or like teal, blue, teal, blue. Blue is slow warpins. Green is fast warpins. We can put the pylon at the edge of the gateway, like that. And now suddenly we have this big ass fucking radius to gateway warp in here with, if we want to just make our lives easier. Instead of always having to be like, I'm gonna warp in like little bits of my base, like little bit, 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 little bit. Because again, we're making mass buildings, so it's hard to find warp in the spots, right? It's annoying. But if you do something like this, suddenly you have a big juicy warp in spot that you could warp in a literal entire army at. Nice. But watch the early game, okay? Check this early game out. Check the early game out. Watch the fucking income, guys. Look at the early game. Again, our opponent's still fast expanded, so it's not like his build was deviated in a super horrible way. But just watch this fucking early game. It's nuts. And we didn't even do it perfectly in this game either, right? Like in terms of like we forgot our chrono boost. We didn't scout. Yeah, I mean, the big one was the chrono boost. It slows down your economy. But it's all just again, look, chat. Look. So hatchery first, into a pool, into a gas. Now check this out. Let's see this guy's situation. I want to show you guys this situation here right before our probe gets here.
Carrier has arrived. Release the interceptors. Happy Sunday vibe.
Yo, Chow on Fall, thank you for the 5, dude. Much love. And hell yeah. Release those fucking interceptors, man. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So he's at 16 to 16. I am also at 16 to 16. And I have, look right here. I want your eyeballs to be right here, okay? 2 per patch. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. His patches right now have 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1. That fucking sucks. That is definitely some inefficiency going on right there. So he's got 25% of his mineral lines are inefficient. Right? Not great. Not good. 2 of his 16 drones are mining like crap right now. Which means 2 of his patches are mining like shit. And now he pulls every fucking drone to kill this probe, right? This is like the classic maneuver of a player in lower leagues. They're like, ah, kill it, surround it, kill it. Workers, like everyone dogpile. It's not ideal to dogpile the probe like that. But what did we see? 25%. Like, so it was like 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 1. Like it was like 4 2s, 2 3s, and 2 1s. Not great. The fact that he has 4 patches that are fucked up. The ones with 3s are okay because they're still getting efficient mining. But the ones with 1 are garbage because they're getting inefficient as fuck mining. That's really bad mining. And those are also close patches as well that had 1, which is even fucking worse. Because a close patch is better than a far patch. So maybe, I'm not even kidding, maybe this actually helps him this game. Because maybe his workers will automatically spread in a better way now. So let's see. They auto-spread. And he prioritizes gas first as well, which is a little rough. He gets, we'll watch until he has a 16th drone here, right? Sorry, Hulk frag. Hulk, I don't mean to pick on you, dude, but... Okay, he's not making a drone. It's fine. He's just going to leave 15. Inefficient. This already is inefficient. There's just missing a entire drone at this point. But let's see it. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. He actually fixed his fucking economy more than what the original spread was. By chance. But it's still just as bad as it was before. And the reason why is because before, 2 of his close patches were mining like shit with only 1 drone on each. And he had 2 patches with 3 drones on them with a little bit of inefficient mining going on there because 2 of the drones were not getting nearly as much as what they could be if they were mining their own patch. They weren't really worth as much as a full drone. And now he's just fucking missing a drone. And it's also on a close patch again. So I would say the last spread of the mineral patches and this spread of the mineral patches is not Great. Vibe, shouldn't we learn in this league to mineral stack? Why do I read Twitch chat? Okay. We got now we got our second gateway, our third gateway, and our robo. And yeah, you know, there you go, dude. There you go, dude. And now he shows up, and look what happens when he shows up, right? Now we're starting to, now we're actually starting to more realistically understand why it's not just we're talking about so many levels of efficiency, right? We're talking about mineral priority efficiency before gas. We're talking about expanding at proper times. We're talking about proper usage of build. And now we're further talking about proper usage of probe with mineral income. Like, we can make so many things efficient. These are all the things that higher level pros, or not even pros, higher level players will do to you all the time. They will always do this shit to you because it's a standard. It's like, again, how to properly play the game. And if you can't do any of these things, you will always have a situation where it's like, oh, fuck. As soon as I get to the Protoss's base, we're already down by almost 30 supply. Not for what, right? Nothing. That shouldn't happen. The only way that would happen is if Protoss was just overpowered. And I hate to break it to you, I don't think Protoss is overpowered. At least that's not a normal situation, right? If Zerg is going to all in Protoss, Zerg should actually have more supply than Protoss in a realistic world. But the only reason why Zerg doesn't have more supply than us right now is because his build is inefficient as fuck. Inefficient mineral patches, inefficient, like, look at fucking inefficient mining. Inefficient fucking gas. Inefficient mining. Fucking economy sucks. Hulk Craig, I'm sorry. I love you, man. That's enough. Vibe, shut up. That's mean. Okay, I don't want to pick. I'm not trying to pick on people. I'm just literally proving a point. This is why people lose. It's their economy just has a problem to its core. It's not about anything besides developing a good economy. So now suddenly I have double his supply almost. I'm already maxed and he was on like 110. So what happens when the fight actually happens? We just fucking steamroll some Zerg bugs. And again, this is a terrible concave. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. We're basically maxed again versus a Zerg who's under 100 supply. Because our supply is just going to jump up again right now. It's going to be like, here comes the second wave of units. Especially when these gateways are done. There we go. We're close to shit to maxing, right? It's just, this is how it's going to happen repeatedly, over and 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 over. Proper gameplay first, then perfecting gameplay after. Like micro and shit. Okay. Anyways. Am I tripping, or are opponents in gold getting worse as you rank up? Time. The answer to that is no. The real answer to that is the guy's name in chat right below you. His name is 5 a.m. What does that mean? It's talking about time. The reason why it feels like my opponents are getting worse is because we're playing more efficient up there 10-minute maxes instead of 11-minute maxes. Efficiency. We're trying to play more efficient all the time. Okay, we're against another Zerg player, so let's rally the Nexus to the natural, and let's send a probe there, and now let's fix our mineral patches, right? So go like this. This is a far patch. Stack a close patch with it. Okay, cool. This is a far patch. Stack a close patch with it. Cool. We've just stacked every close patch. That's it. That's it. We're done. Now we gotta stack. Now we gotta stack far patches. So now the hard part's over. All the far patches are, or all the close patches are stacked properly. So now we do far patches. Rally our Nexus to each patch that only has 1 on it and try to fix it whenever the probe spawns so we don't fuck it up. Meanwhile, let's not forget to make a Nexus, or a gateway, sorry. Scout the Zerg's main base. Go back to our Nexus and keep making probes. Let's make our gas now as well. We can have this probe spawn out of the gateway, or the Nexus, and make a gas. Tell it to go mine a mineral patch. Okay, fix it. Fix it, Felix. Okay, that patch is going to be good because it's too far apart. So now we can mine the gas, and we're done. I'm literally fully stacked. It took me 1 minute, and again, I'm done. Now I have a perfect. This is a perfect economy. It's not okay. It's not medium. It's perfect. And now what do I scout from the Zerg? I scout hatch gas pool because the pool's like halfway done. So we don't need to scout anymore because we know we're not being attacked. So now the game is going to fall back into the exact same thing it always does. And we just definitely secured ourselves some nice efficiency throughout this build so far. Send these probes back to mine gas. That's the first thing I've done that's super inefficient. We forgot to fix the rally point. And it's okay. Now let's take a probe off the mineral line, build a gas, put it back on the mineral line, and refix that patch. Now I'm going to have a probe or a gas that's proper. Or you could have done it with one of these gas probes and built that. It would be fine. Just making sure we have 2. Mining like a beast. Yeah, let's mine, let's build our stalker and our warp gate. Camera hockey this bad boy. We can chrono boost our Nexus, and we can start sending probes down to the natural, because we're 3 out of 3. 16 out of 16, 3 out of 3. And we know this mineral line's perfect, and this is the only mineral line we care about. Because why? The first 8 probes are automatically going to mine the proper patches by default, because they're all going to pick an open patch. And by the time we get to a point where the patches get double stacked, we're going to have 40 probes, and we're not going to give a shit because it's such a small amount of our economy. We're not going to care.
I'm here in the shadows.
Okay, let's go ahead and build a robo and a second gateway because we can afford it. We're good, dude. Chrono boost my Nexus. We can make sure our stalker's in the doorway, put him on hold position, so now we don't get killed by lings that run in my face. Grab my production buildings and put them on group 4 so that we don't have a problem with that. Let's build a pylon because we're going to supply block. Build maybe another one as well. Shift at the mineral line. We're super close to blocking. We don't want to block. Maybe build even another pylon. We need some more vision in my main base with like building area here. And there we go. Now let's take a third base because we're fully saturated. Okay, my gateways are becoming warp gates. Let's go ahead and make an observer. We can also make a couple more stalkers. Keep making probes. We can chrono boost our probes. Camera hockey, chrono, camera hockey. I actually can't chrono because we're over. Cool, it's fine. Let's take a couple gas. Let's make an immortal. And let's make stalker. Make sure well, probes first and then stalker because again, probes are the priority. Probes are always the priority. So let's put 3 probes on the gas. Put 3 probes on the gas. And did I care about stacking this one properly? No, I'll let the AI do whatever it wants. Because at this point, again, now I have almost 50 probes. It's such a small part of my economy, I don't give a shit. It's so small. Let's go ahead and put another pylon over here so I can actually put gateways along this side to cover these probes better. It buys me more time to protect them. Let's go ahead and chrono boost my Nexus. Let's add this third Nexus to a camera hockey. Now we have camera hockey, camera hockey, camera hockey for all 3. Let's go and keep building units. Let's send a... We can actually grab our stalkers here. Just grab the stalkers and have them kill this overlord. And the reason why is because we have a hallucinated phoenix and an observer that could seize it. So let's go on the left side. We want to scout the left side of the map. Let's make some gateways over here because we want to protect these probes better. And there we go. We just blocked, we connected the wall to the nexus, and we covered like half the nexus on the side. So now this nexus is way more defended. We can go and get our upgrades, get our forge and our council. Keep making probes as a priority. We see he's got a third base. And my Phoenix just died. I didn't really get to see what he was doing. Like, granted, we can see the buildings, but that does not necessarily mean that's what he's making for units. It could. It definitely could be, but it's not a guarantee. It's not guaranteed. He could definitely be, like, showing up with mutas in fucking 2 minutes, and you're like, wait, what? But he has a rotor and a baneling nest. It must mean roach ravager baneling. We don't know yet. People can switch their tech. We're not really paying attention to buildings yet either anyways. It's not really the focus. I mean, if you really notice the buildings, then you can kind of pay attention to them, but it's not the focus. And if we're confused, if we're like, okay, well, Vibe, what do I do if I don't know what tech the opponent's going for and I'm confused? Get your upgrades, your weapon and armor upgrades, and get charge. Chrono boost them, that's fine. But we're still going to make stalkers, and we can also start making a temple archives, and we're going to still make stalkers because we don't know what he's doing. What if it is there and we make a bunch of zealots and we're like, ah, shit. Let's go ahead and make another Husnated Phoenix, and let's scout on the right side. We can make another one and scout on the left side. This is why scouting in this game is important. We want to have an idea of what the hell units he's making, because right now we have no idea. So we're making stalkers because we're confused, and stalkers are the unit that can deal with all things air, ground alike. Yeah, let's start mining this out because we can eventually expand here as well. Keep making stalkers. Actually, start making archons because we have that building done now. We also have more gas than minerals. So 2 archons. What's killing me? Okay, spore color. Oh, there we go. It is roach baneling. Okay, we see his army. Cool. That's all we wanted to see. Now we know. Okay, yeah. Let's make archons and charge lots of immortals. We're good. It's ground. It's ground units. Ground units, everybody. We're not afraid anymore. It's ground units. It's ground, everybody. Let's go ahead and make some gateways. And now we again connected our gateways to the side of the nexus, and now we've protected the side of our probes, and now it also protects the side of our nexus, so it's harder to just snipe the nexus. And let's maybe go kill that overlord right there. Also, look, guys, we're fully saturated. What are we going to do now? Let's take another nexus. Take our gases here. Mineral fields is depleting. Go back to the main with the camera hotkey. Boom. Natural. Third. Ah, sick. Go back to the 4th. Chrono boost, chrono boost. Get upgrades. Let's get some more zealots. Let's get another immortal. Fiber, corner to corner walls like that still okay? What wall is corner to corner? Are you talking about this? This has overlap. Look at this. There's overlap between the bottom grid of the gateway and the top grid of the core. Look. See how there's overlap right there? That's not corner to corner. Corner to corner means there's no, like, see how there's 3 connecting red lines that connect from the gateway into the core? That is not corner to corner. Corner to corner is this. Right there. That's corner to corner. Okay, well, you get the point. This right here is corner to corner. So if I want to build something and there's no overlap, that's corner to corner. So then, yes, units can walk through that. That's a problem. That has overlap. It might look like it's corner to corner, but it's not. It's not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm confused, Vibo.
Don't worry. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. Get Chrono Boost our forges. Grab our probes that are over. Send them somewhere new. And now we're maxing out at 9 minutes and 58 seconds, 57 seconds. And we're just gonna pick a side. Let's go to the right side. Screw it. Actually, no, just kidding. Let's go to the left. Why are we gonna go to the left? Why did I just say, you know what? Never mind, let's go left. The right side, okay, well, no, that's why. I'm map hacking. No. I'll tell you this, in a second. Just a move, we'll talk about it after. Go back to macroing, right? Because look at our money. Holy fuck, it's bad. Let's spend our money. Let's make an immortal. Let's make another robo. And let's make a bunch of gates in our main base. Okay, hold shift, right click that gas again. And now we just fixed our macro. Chrono boost out Immortals. Chrono boost out our upgrades. Get some new Archons. Okay, no, I'll talk about it right now since the fight's kind of over and we're chilling for a second. Also, this is a lot of gates, so we can stop right there. I made like literally 30 gates. Let's stop. That's good. We're good. We don't need to make more than that. So now we're at 24 buildings, right? So the reason why I went left instead of right is because if I went right, it would have led into his natural, which leaves me not attacking his third base. And I want to kill, again, I want to kill his furthest exposed base first. So if I go left, it leads towards his third base. Makes more sense. Make a bunch of units out of our stuff. Mineral line good, mineral line bad, mineral line good, mineral line send over here. This base is becoming fully saturated. Let's take another base. Fix that. Don't ever do this, by the way. If you're like, whoops, that's not a big deal, and that's a big deal. Make sure you always tuck your Nexus into the corner. Okay, his army's right there, so let's go ahead and warp in here. And now let's select all army, and let's fucking attack it because it's in the way. Okay. And now let's go ahead and expand again like we wanted to. We have 84 probes. Let's make one more because it died. Transfer some probes this way. Transfer some probes again. Maybe up this way. Yeah, we can definitely transfer them there. And let's make some zealots. We have a lot more minerals than gas right now. Okay. Let's select all army. And now let's hit the left side of the map. So let's A move, shift, 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 A move. We're doing the left side of the map right now. Letting it be. Chrono booster upgrades. Let's go ahead and start a shield upgrade on one of these two forges because our weapon and armor are about to finish to 3-3. So now we need to, we don't want to forget, at least if we have a shield upgrade running right after and we like, oh yeah, shields. Oh, but I'm already level 1. Sick. I can start level 2. Nice. It's not bad to queue up an upgrade when your first one's almost done, if you can. If again, we prioritize 3-3 first. I didn't prioritize shield level 1 after level 1 weapons. I'm doing it once I have level 3, then I can queue it up like that. I still want to get level 3 armor and weapons first. I don't want to have shields in there as well until after. But now, once these forges are done, now they can't do any upgrades besides shields because I'm literally 3-3. So now it's just shields. So that's when it's okay to do it. So don't ever do it as a priority first. Okay, let's make a bunch of zealots. And we're maxed out again. And now we have way more gas than minerals, which is understandable because we just made a bunch of zealots. So at this point now, the next time we want to max out, we're probably going to make Archons. More Archons. Now, here's another example, okay? Let's click our opponent's economy and do the same thing we just did a minute ago to the other Zerg. Let's see. So our economy, guys, is already perfect patch. Everywhere is a perfect patch. Look at this income, right? Look at the income. It's fucking juicy, right? 16 out of 16. What's his at? 16 out of 16. I am juicy. I'm juicier than his, right? So let's see what his patches look like. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3. It's going to definitely fix itself, honestly. It won't stay that way. So now he's got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. The reason why is because the 3 was actually a close patch, so that's never going to stay that way. So remember how I said that the close patch is always going to be like in that 20% threshold? So the third drone will always be like, it's in the red now. Ah, fuck that. I'll go to a new patch. So this patch actually is fixed. Now he's got 2 per patch. And now look. Would you look at that? We have the fucking same economy. Oh my god. We're both playing efficient. It's not one guy getting almost 1,000 and another guy getting, for some reason, 880. What? One guy getting 910. What the fuck? Why am I below you? Does these drones suck? Are they getting stuck in the goop on the ground? No, it's because you just fucking don't saturate properly. But this guy obviously did. So good, props, Nicholas. Good shit, dude. You fucking owned it. You just got a good mineral patch. You saturated properly. Why don't you just make 3 forges? It's the same reason why I told someone when I made my Terran videos and he says, why don't you just go double engineering bay and double armory and get all your upgrades at the same time? Because guys, in lower levels, yes, we could get away with triple forge. In Gold League, playing efficient, we could get away with triple forge because efficiency beats non-efficiency. And I'm just going to tell you right now, triple forge is inefficient. That's way too much fucking money tied up in upgrades. If I teach you to go triple forge now, in Gold League and you're still doing it in Masters League, you're going to get fucking owned. Like, players in Masters are going to beat your ass and you're going to be like, why am I losing? And it's because you're tying up so much resources in triple forge when they only have like 1 forge and they are running your ass over. Because you're like, well, I have so much resources tied up for upgrades that aren't done yet. Or even if they are done, my army's so small and I can't really utilize them very well. Like, trust me, when you get higher level and you asking that, like anyone who asks, why don't you get every upgrade in the game all at the same time? You're going to realize there's reasons why builds have to be kind of specific and can't just be everything. Your resources are limited. And when everybody knows how to play the game efficiently, you start to realize build orders then start to matter. Because build orders are a path of efficiency that can beat another path of efficiency. And if you have a guy who's doing something inefficient in a higher level, efficiency beats non-efficiency. He's probably going to fucking die. Mon Capitan, thank you for the 5, dude. And Cyclops68, thank you for the 500 bits. Yeah, Triple Forge is too expensive, guys. It's too expensive. It doesn't matter right now in Gold League, to be fair. If we can macro like this, yeah, it doesn't matter in Gold League. You could go Triple Forge in Gold League and beat somebody that... And why? Because why the fuck do I have 200 supply when that guy has 60? When he has 90? Why is that happening? Because his fucking build sucks. Because he doesn't know what he's doing in terms of efficiency. And does that mean he's stupid or he's bad? Definitely yes. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally joking. Again, it's a joke. Guys, I know people are new to the game and they don't just know because they don't have any experience. If you explain to someone... Also, Florencio, thank you very much for the raid, dude. Much love, dude. If you explain to someone, this is why my whole series is based on this. If you explain to someone who's new to the game how to develop efficiency in your gameplay, your economy, that person doesn't have to be the guy that's like, why do I have 60 supply and you have 180? What is happening right now? He doesn't have to be in that situation. It's why? It doesn't need to happen. It just means he just needs to learn how to open the game up better. Like, make logical thinking about how you open up your build. Understanding what the fuck you're doing and not just throwing random things out there being like, we could probably use 3 gateways, we could probably use 4 cannons over there, we could probably use a couple pylons on that side. I think that side could use 3 stargates, and then down there we could probably throw down a robo, and then how about we don't know what's going on his side of the map, let's proxy 4 pylons, put 2 cannons and a battery at his 5th base. That way when he tries to expand there, it's super powered by pylons, and then he has to kill cannon battery that'll kill his workers repeatedly so he can't expand properly. And then we're going to put 15 more gateways over there at my 3rd base, and then we're going to put 7 more stargates in my main because I haven't macroed for the last 4 minutes. And then I'm going to put a fleet beacon down, and we're going to go for a composition of 7 sentries and 3 colossus into 18 void rays and 3 tempest. And then we're going to go for a mothership. Like, it's fucking random is what I'm trying to say. Like, is that a fucking build? Probably. Some guy in Gold League just made that up. Is that a build at high level? No, it's not. It's random chaos. And if you play randomly chaotic, another word for that, to sum it up super nicely, is it's inefficient. Random chaos is inefficient. So if you're inefficient, you're going to fucking lose. You're going to lose if your build is inefficient. Like, that's all I'm saying. Triple Forge is not efficient. It's not. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. Don't do it. It's also lazy. Triple Forge is just saying, I don't want to pay attention to timings of upgrades. That's too much work. I just want to get them all done at once. Just hit the button on all three of them and forget about it. I don't want to have to check that again. Like, look at the supply again. Efficiency, guys. Like this guy, Nick Loss. I was proud of his mineral saturation, right, in his main base. He did a. You know what? He maxed out though. Nick Loss, good job. Well done maxing out. Hell yeah, dude. He recovered. The only thing I would say, like, again, I hate saying it this way because I know people. I don't want to pick on people. I am never saying what I'm about to say for the sense of picking on people. I am just saying what I'm about to say in the sense of there's so much more important shit you could be doing, and my opponent is so obsessed with attacking me. And look at his, like, for instance, look at his creep spread. He has not actually spread a single tumor. Every one of these tumors was made by the queen. He has not actually spread a single tumor the entire game. Like, imagine if this dude was spreading tumors the entire time. His creep could be, like, by 10 minutes, his creep could be like this. Like, 50% of the map could be covered, or like 40% of the map could be covered. There's so much more shit he could be doing with his time that's more valuable than, like, what is, here, let's watch it, right? What is this net value? What is the gain here? So we both kind of reset, right? We both reset. And now what happens after the reset? Times it 8. He comes back to, he's like, again, obsessed with my base. He's more worried about my base than his base. This is what most people do. This is the fallacy of StarCraft at low level. And I'm fucking ahead. We were both tied in supply about 30 seconds ago or a minute ago. More like a minute ago because I had this on times 8. Now I'm 50 supply ahead. And look at that. I mean, did I micro that? Did I focus on that? No, I focused on macroing and I focused on things that matter more, like getting my production ready to go, getting my upgrades. I was watching my upgrades. I wasn't going, let's get triple forges and then forget about it. So I can be like, Forza, let's go this way. Forza, let's go down there. A warp prism goes in here, warps in 2 DTs. And then I'll fly in 3 void rays right there. And then I'll also, at the same time, cannon rush him at 12 minutes with a probe right there that I've left there the entire game that he never realized was there. No, it doesn't have to be fucking, like, craziness. Just standard macro. Because again, if you just out macro and out efficiency play somebody, you'll just run their ass over. It's like a fucking steamroller versus like an ant. The thing just dies. It just gets squished. Why? What do you think about interweaving shield upgrades to avoid serially doing 3 shield upgrades at the end with 2 forges? I don't even know what that means, dude. I'm sorry. I don't even know what your question's asking me. If let me guess what you're trying to ask me. If you're asking me, what do you think about, like, let's say getting level 1, 2, 3 weapons, and what do you think about going level 1 like level 1 armor and then queuing up a shield upgrade? And then queuing up an armor upgrade, and then queuing up a shield upgrade, and then queuing up an armor upgrade, and then queuing up a shield upgrade. I think that sucks ass. Because your upgrade timing is going to be super behind then. 3 armor is actually massively beneficial to make your army, your zealots specifically, better, which is a big focus of our army now. So I don't think you should do that. Personally. I'm just my honest opinion. Trust me. Okay, let's make a pylon. Let's stack our close patches. We got 1 patch that's close, that's not stacked. There we go, now it's stacked. The faster we do this, the more money we gain. Now we have another patch close stacked. Or all my patches, rather, are stacked close, and then some of the far ones. But now look, this patch has 1. This patch has 1. Again, you will get better at reading this the better you get at StarCraft. Let's go ahead and build our gateway and our gas, and let's go ahead and scout this guy's base with this probe. Let's have this probe mine this mineral line. There we go, mine that mineral line. This is our last mineral line right there that needs to be mined right in the back. And then the probe spawns. Once it spawns, we re-rally the nexus to the gas, and now every patch is perfect. I'm getting pristine economy by 1 minute. Pristine economy by 1 minute, guys. Uno minuto. Oh my god. Hell yeah, I feel it already. I'm feeling powerful. My probe just went Super Saiyan. My name is Jalen, and I am a Super Saiyan. That fucking video. Okay, what's happening here? We see a gateway. We see one gas, right? I don't know what he's doing, guys. Oh my god, freak out. I'm just kidding. It's not time to freak out. So all we see is, okay, there's a probe there, or sorry, an SCV there, and we just, oh, a command center, cool. So he's doing the same build as I am. He's doing the same build as I am, but he did it a little slower. And why did he do it a little slower? Maybe he was inefficient. Maybe his economy wasn't stacked as well. Maybe he didn't build SCVs on time every time. Maybe he supply blocked. There's so many levels and depths to what inefficiency, or what efficiency is. This is why, again, it's like, a lower level player has no fucking clue about any of these things. They're just like, I don't know, it's like, hey, new guy to StarCraft, can you explain StarCraft? He's like, yeah. A Marine walks into a bar and says, where's the counter? Get it? Because Marines are really good and nothing counters them. So just make Marines and you win. It's like, okay, well, what's the real answer to like getting better at this game? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. There's so much to this game. So much more depth than the simplicity of breaking it down, being like, I think I know all of it already. Like, this is why. These are all the reasons. There's so many things you can be doing all the time. All of these things all add up, and it's why someone who's in Masters League, it would fucking never in their at any point in time, unless they're like drunk as shit and can't even play the game properly, they would never lose to someone who's like in Gold League. A Masters player would have like a 100% win rate against someone in Gold League. Now, if you play like something like an FPS, there's a bit of a chance there. Like, what if the lower level player just randomly holds the mouse down and gets a fucking headshot? It's like, oh god, I somehow killed you 1 time out of 100. Whoa. But again, in FPSs, there's still so much stuff that is so much layers to skill in those kinds of games as well. There's layers to skill in all kinds of games. If you really like if you break it down piece by piece. But in RTS, this is a game. It's not a game of just chance. RTS is the only game I would say this for. RTS is not a game of chance. It's a game of making as little mistakes as possible. And if you have a guy who makes 50 mistakes a minute versus a guy who makes 3 mistakes a minute, you're not going to fucking lose if you're the guy who makes 3 mistakes a minute. It's just not going to happen. It's like saying a 3-year-old infant can beat the crap out of a 25-year-old man. It better be a roided out infant, because it's not going to happen otherwise. The point I'm trying to make here is there's a level of depth to this game that I'm trying to show you guys that you really should embrace if you want to get better at it. It's very important. Why did I not build a battery? He made an expansion, right? Let's go back to the basics, right? Oh, we scouted a 1 Rax expand. It means he's not letting us, so we don't need to freak out and go crazy on base defense. It means, because what would happen? What would happen if I made a shield battery and he doesn't attack me, and instead he just makes another command center? It means that his build would be more efficient than mine because I'm making defense I don't need. Just like what if he makes a bunker and I don't attack him? His build is starting to go more in the deep end of defense that he doesn't need, and now I'm pulling ahead because of that. These are things that you should think about. And everyone should think about. This is how you actually think about StarCraft 2 in a way that makes a lot of sense to like understand what you're doing. And look, 3rd command center, right? He took a 3rd CC. I took a 3rd Nexus. So this is a guy who's playing greedy, right? And he's got barracks and a tank. It's good. We're seeing he's going ground units. It's all G. And we also see that too. It's all good. We don't want to talk about his base too much right now, but we know he's going ground. We can still make stalkers though. Let's just say this. We'll stick to the system, right? We haven't actually seen a ground unit yet. We haven't seen the unit itself. I've seen a tank, but that could just be for defense. So now this time, let's go on the left side of the map. And let's check the other side. Let's go to start probes while we're at it. Let's take another Nexus. And let's actually go find his army. So we can go, okay, now we've confirmed it. There's Bio, or there's a lot of Marines. I mean, who knows? What if this guy's going battle cruisers? What if, right? What if he's going battle cruisers with that? I don't know. If you again, we're going to talk more about reading base builds more later. For now, it's super basic. We just want to scout expansions and comp. And oh, okay, there it is. There's the bio. That's all we wanted to see. We now have guaranteed with confirmation it's a ground army. So now we can go into a Templar, where we should have gone to Templar Archives either way, but now we can go into charge lots with Archons. Let's go ahead and transfer some probes to my new base. Probe count currently is at 77. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go and throw in a couple more pylons because we're about to block. Throw in a couple more pylons in my main as well because we're also about to block.
You must construct additional pylons.
Okay.
You must construct additional pylons.
I need pylons.
I return. You have not enough minerals.
Okay, now we're low on minerals and my council just finished, or my archives just finished. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna start making Archons. Is it ever time to freak out? Honestly, no, it's never time to freak out. That's the problem. Is you want to know what the hardest, legit, let me tell you something. This is a fact. You want to know what the hardest skill to acquire is when you're a really high level player at StarCraft 2? It's patience. When you're a really high level player at StarCraft 2, it's so easy to feel like your opponent is just like punching your ass down repeatedly, and you're always feeling like you're on the back foot and you can't make a play, and you do impatient moves that lose you the game. And then you watch someone else who is patient and you go, what the fuck? In the same situation, I would have panicked and I would have died right there. But he actually just like did something I never thought about, which was he counterattacked and sacrificed the base. Or he logically broke down the situation in a way that I didn't think about. And suddenly he just turned the game around where he was behind and now he's ahead. Yo, A baby on roids. Oh shit. I don't want to do it. I respect you, man. Please don't hurt me. Thank you very much for the sub, or the $2 donut, dude. Much love. Okay, so let's throw out another couple hallucinated phoenixes, guys. Let's go up to the top. Take one of the phoenix out. Send it to the bottom. Grab some mineral patch probes that are depleting and send them up to the new base. Chrono booster upgrades. We should also get some more gateways. We're like getting pretty high in supply here. Or sorry, pretty high in money here. Okay, he's attacking me right now, so let's go ahead and A-move him. A couple probes have died already. It's all good. Okay, fix that gas. Keep making units. Don't stop making units. Okay, build that Nexus again. Build another pylon here. And now let's just hit the left side because we look what our hallucinated phoenix just scouted. 2 bases on the side of the map. So let's go hit this base first. Let's hit this base. Shift, hit that base. Shift, hit that base because we're gonna go left side priority here. And also go back to my observer. Make up Archons as well. Go back to my observer and follow an immortal. That way we don't fly into a missile turret with that shit. In the meantime, let's make a few more gateways because we're not done yet. We only have 16. So we have now 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's all good. 22. Let's add another pylon there for good measure in case this guy somehow starts bringing units on my base and killing pylons. Who fucking knows? Also, remember what we talk about all the time? What if this game turns into a base trade? Let's make a Dark Shrine. This game is developing to a stage where he's not dead yet, and it's a real game at this point. So what if it's a base trade? Well, if we have a Dark Shrine, we could definitely make a base trade work better because we could warp in DTs in his face. Okay, let's warp in a lot of new units again. Let's grab in all these other gateways we made. Let's chrono booster upgrades. Make these all into Archons. Make a couple of mortals. We can chrono boost our upgrades. Get 3-3 started. 3-3. Let's go and chrono boost again. Let's go and chrono boost our immortals. And let's make a bunch of zealots now because I have no gas really. Now we have no minerals. Let's make a couple archons. And now I have no gas anymore. Let's go back to making a couple zealots. Check my minerals. Check my mineral. That's bad. Check it. 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 Send them to a new base. Base is good. Base is good. All these bases are good. Let's go back to making zealots. We don't have any minerals. Let's make an archon. We don't have any gas. Let's make a zealot. We don't have any. Okay, we're good for the most part. Let's make a couple of immortals again because the immortals are done. Let's also let's chrono boost our robos and our forges. Here we go. Nice. Let's make another couple zealots, and now we're maxed out. Let's grab my army. Group. Oh, we're getting attacked up here. Okay, go up there now. It's okay. You know what we're gonna do, guys? Base is dying. We're expanding again. Shift click the mineral line. How many probes we got? We lost 2 probes. Rebuild it. We lost a few more probes. Build them. We fixed the probe count. Let's build a new nexus here too. Am I looking at the fight? Yeah, but why am I looking there? Because I'm trying to build a nexus. I'm not looking at it because I'm trying to micro it. I want to build my fucking nexus. Now, since my army's on the top, let's just move the top of the map, and we'll work our way through his base on the top. Build a nexus here with a couple pylons. Let's go back to my army and let's look at my observer. Grab it. Follow an immortal. Chrono boost out my immortals and chrono boost out my forges. Let's keep making a new army all over again. Okay, let's grab some probes here. It's over. Good, good. Send them down here. That's good. Base is good. This base is being rebuilt. This base is being built. Cool. We're all good here. Nice. Let's go. Now we can go ahead and start again. I start a shield upgrade now because now we have the important upgrades at level 3. They're going to be done. The shield upgrade is like a. It's nice to have it. Cool. It's all good. So, like it's still a good upgrade, but it's not as important as 3-3 weapons and armor. Weapons and armor is more important than shields right now. That's why we're prioritizing that. Make a bunch of zealots. Let's make a bunch of archons. Let's now go into making a couple more immortals. We can chrono boost the one forge, upgrading shields. Upgrade, or chrono rather. We're upgrading the shields now and chrono boosting our upgrades. We can now go into making archons again. And now we're tapped out on gas. So let's go back to making zealots. Tapped out on minerals, go back to making archon. We can chrono boost all of our, or not chrono boost, we can archon merge all of our archons together. We can make a bunch of zealots. And we're maxed out again. So let's grab some probes, send them to a new base that needs to be mined. Base is good, base is good, base is good, base is still good, base is still good. Okay, this time let's attack the south side. Get my army merged together, or grouped together on the south side. Chrono boost my robo, or not my forbo, sorry, chrono boost my forge. Mineral field depleting again. Grab my probes, send them to a new base. Probes are good, probes are good, probes are good, probes are good. Okay, let's grab my army and let's go here. A move, shift A move, shift A move. Go to my observer, grab it, tell it to follow an immortal. Notice how like we just keep repeating the process, and we're just always expanding, and we're just making.
When
it
you're
keep going.
20 minutes into Twitch and chill, and he hits you with 5E boys, keep making probes, boys.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Chrono boost that shield upgrade. Chrono boost those robos. Let's start making. Look at my minerals. Way more minerals than gas. Let's make a bunch of zealots. Okay, cool. Let's shield upgrade. Let's get level 2 shield upgrade now. Why did we get that right away? Because we're looking at our base the whole time. GG. This guy played really well. Sorry. Also, I never say good luck, have fun. I'm sorry. Lettuce, I'm sorry. If you watch the series, I apologize. I don't ever mean to do that to people. I'm too busy talking to chat and stuff and like explaining shit. My bad, dude. Hi. Oh. Okay, let's look at it, boys. Look at this mineral income, right? Look at it. How many probes we got? We got 16. How many SCVs he got? He got 14. Okay, that's one of the reasons why. Let's get to the point where he has 16. Let's see it. I want to see 16. Well, now if he has a mule, it kind of throws it off. Mules are insane. Yeah, it's kind of thrown off now, just because he still doesn't have 16. He has a mule. He still doesn't have 16. And now we have a natural, so now it doesn't matter. Because it's just going to misread everything. We're going to have way too much. But look, guys, why do I already have 10 supply? I'm the one who's lost shit. I lost a probe to a Reaper, and I'm the one who is up by 10 supply. Also, Demon Noobs, to answer your question. It's right there. So I'm the one who's up by 10 supply. Why is that? It's because of stuff like this. My opponent killed a probe, and he's down by 8 workers. Now, Terran should be down by a little bit of workers, but I would say 8 workers is starting to get kind of crazy. Because the only reason why Terran should be down by a little bit of workers is because of an orbital command taking a little bit of time to make. But 8 workers, realistically, I feel like as well is a situation where it's starting to become a thing where Terran is missing SCVs here and there. Or a supply block is happening or things like that. Like look at the natural, for instance. It's just literally doing nothing for the moment. Okay, he caught back up. He actually used his production. He's definitely catching up again. And then we're going to use ours again, so we're going to go ahead again. So it's going to literally be like a leapfrog situation. This looks similar to B2GM. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's here either. Lettuce, if you're here, I love you, man. I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm not trying to shit on anybody. But again, this is one of those things, right, where I would say this. If this build is going to be a marine-focused build with a 3rd command center, the gases are going down way too fast at the natural. There's only 10 SCVs here, and the gases are already going down. So, are they going to fill up right when they're done? At least they don't fill up right when they're done. I'll just say that. Because if they did, that would have been really bad. Like, if you would have went back down, like, from 10 out of 12 while they're building, go to or 12 out of 16 as they're done, and then drop it back down to 8 out of 16 because you fill up the gas super fast, I would have been like, ooh, oof, that's rough on the economy. But yeah. Still, like, when the gases were taken, it was still inefficient. Just because you didn't need gas that fast. And it was at the cost of minerals is the real reason why. It actually sacrificed the minerals to take it that fast, and it wasn't needed that fast. But he's doing pretty, like, Lettuce is keeping up pretty well.
Your videos are called B2GM, but now your title says B2 Plat. WTF, man, I am here to go all the fucking way, not stop at Plat.
I like how angry the bot got there. Don't worry, it's B2GM. It's not B2 Plat. So overall, that was a pretty good fight. He's actually macroing during the fight. Yo, Lettuce knows his shit. Lettuce, I take everything back I was saying about anything I said negatively about you. You're doing a great job. You have the right idea. You definitely have the right idea. Macroing during the fight is something that's beautiful to see from any player out there. Any player. And he also went to like 80 SCVs and shit. I would say all this comes down to is pacing. All this comes down to is who can pace faster. And again, this is where, just like how it is up there, 10-minute max out. Why is our max out why does it keep shrinking in time? Why was it 11 minutes in bronze? Why is it 10:30 in silver? Why is it 10 minutes in gold? Why does it keep going down? It's because 11-minute max out is not like, it's not like me saying, if you can max out 11 minutes, that's GM caliber. That means you've mastered macro. No, it means that it's like your basic understanding of like how to take the first step and understanding how to macro a little bit, but it's still really fucking slow. And then you keep speeding up and speeding up and speeding up and speeding up so that the build timer decreases in terms of how long it takes you. And you get there faster. It's like instead of driving a car down like from point A to point B at 40 miles an hour, now you're driving at 60 miles an hour. Now you're driving at 80 miles an hour. Now you're driving at 100 miles an hour. Now you're driving at 150 miles an hour. And suddenly you're getting from point A to point B fucking really fast because you're going faster with your pace because you're more comfortable with how to do it. Like, that's a perfect analogy. Would you have a guy who just got his fucking learner's permit, like he's never driven a car in his life, and you put him in a car, do you think he'd be comfortable driving a car right off the bat at like 200 miles an hour or like 160 miles an hour when the car is actually like really jolty with the steering wheel and it's fucking scary? No, he would not be comfortable with that. He'd probably shit his pants and he'd probably crash the car. But suddenly, what if you had a guy that was comfortable driving at 40 miles an hour? And then he's comfortable driving at 75 miles an hour. And then he's even driven like 100 miles an hour and he's comfortable doing that. And now he's actually pushing himself to drive at 150 miles an hour. He's like a racer or some shit. Suddenly that guy driving at 150 is very realistic and he's like, yep, easy. This isn't hard for me at all. It's normal for me. I can do it. I can go from point A to point B really fast. Oh. Yeah, he's like, every time we attack him, we're just slowly like shaving off bits of his base. Do I know that's happening while I'm doing this? No, I don't know this is happening while I'm doing this, but I'm just focusing on macro. I'm just remaxing and doing it again and again and again. And doing the left, right, left, right, left, right tactic. I keep hitting the other side, the other side, the other side, so I keep killing new bases all the time. And he's definitely taking damage every time. Like, he's losing a base, again, right now. So he's losing shit every time this happens, and he's slowly whittling down to eventually until he dies. Like right now. So, yo, Lettuce, good shit, man. I don't know if you're a B2GM viewer or not, but good, well done, dude. That was nice. Overall, pretty good. You definitely held your own pretty good there for a while. I feel like macro pacing is super important, but he did a really good job, honestly. Like, he was holding his own for like fucking 14 minutes there for a little bit. Okay, we need like probably 2 more wins, I think. I don't even know. Oh, dude, it's Papa Smurf. Oh shit, is this real? Is this actually a Smurf? I don't know, dude. It's freaking me out. I'm freaked out, dude. I'm freaked out. Wow, Vibe, slow down. You'll get a ticket. Yeah, dude. This guy's Protoss, so let's put a pylon here. Let's try and stack close mineral patches, right? Stack this one. Let's stack this one. Let's grab a new probe off the mineral line on a far patch because our pylon's about done, so let's make a gateway. And then let's go scout with this probe. Let's go scout with that probe. Let's go ahead and build a gas. Let's Corona boost our Nexus. And let's try to fill in patches that have 1 probe on them each time we do this.
I actually learned how to drive in GTA and I can't drive below 50 or I think I'll die.
Okay. Shit, dude, you're one of a kind. What a gamer. Thank you, People Man, for the $2 donation. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's grab our probe. Go take our natural with it. What's he doing? 1 gate, 2 gate. Oh, God. So we have a deviation, guys. We're going for a Nexus, and our opponent's going for multiple gateways. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go for a shield battery.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
I'm very tempted to teach you guys how to wall your base against the depths right now, but I'm not going to do it yet. It's not. I don't think a gold player should be able to do that yet. That's above gold. But if this guy really is a Smurf, then we're probably going to get a depth harassed, and he's going to be all over my probes. It's okay. We'll see. There's no guarantees yet that that's what it is, but we'll see. Okay, let's get a Stalker. Let's get a Warp Gate. Let's Chrono Boost our Nexus, and let's start going down to our natural, and let's get a pylon. Let's get a pylon. Because we're going to build a battery next to it. We're going to build that battery, boy. Build that battery, boy. Chrono Boost my Nexus. Chrono Boost my Nexus. Make a sentry now. We'll make a battery, and then we'll make our gateway and our second gateway and our robo. Still make don't stop making probes, boys. Don't stop making probes. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Okay, let's grab this probe here. And let's make a stalker in the gateway, and let's grab this probe here and let's start making our robo and our gateway. And yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, this might be a smurf. Okay, let's make our robo. Let's make our gateway. Let's go back to mining minerals. Okay, our probes are under attack. Let's run these away for a second. Keep making probes. Let's just do this. Send your workers back to your main base. Do this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Chill for a second in the main base, right? Make sure our gases are mined properly. And let's build units. Build units at our now that we have now that we have 2 units in the main. Oh my god, this guy is such a fucking yeah. We have units in the main. Let's also start building units with warp. Just actually start putting units in our bases with warp gate. Okay? So keep building probes, guys. Are we freaking out? No, but this guy's all over me, right? He's all over me, dude.
Man fucking at Vibelol, I never got a thanks for the bits phalanx, so I'm so fucking offended.
Oh shit.
Way to appreciate your viewers. Taking down my Vibe poster and unsubscribing from Vibe OnlyFans. Also.
Sorry, dude. Phalanxo. Okay, PP. Phalanxo, thank you very much for the 100 bits, dude. Appreciate it. Sorry I missed it if I did. Sorry, dude. Thank you, though. I do appreciate you. And now look, what is he doing? This guy's attacking my workers all day, right? So what are we doing as a response to that? Just leave fucking units in the mineral line. Don't be going left, right, just trying to always attack. Just fucking sit there. Be like, stalker, stalker, Kameraki, stalker, stalker. Keep making probes. This kind of a player is super annoying.
Get coins at rally.io.
Pig just got 104 rally coin. Hell yeah, Pig. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's the Pig, but from StarCraft. But either way, thank you, dude, for buying some Vibe coins. Use them wisely, man. Let's build our 3rd Nexus because we're fully saturated. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a hallucination of a Phoenix and send it across the map on the right side. Watch, this guy has like 10 bases, and I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Alright boys, I'm done practicing for my games tomorrow. Good night and GLHF5 SD5 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 SD 5 SD.
Okay. Thank you, Bellcast. Much love, man. Have a good night. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep chrono boosting our Nexus. What was his army? I didn't really get to see it. So let's do it again. Another Hussein Phoenix. Let's go the other side this time. Left and downwards. Okay, he's all-inning me right now. Let's grab my army, get it together. Or he's like definitely getting aggressive right now. And let's attack towards my 3rd base. Is it really a big deal? No. It's not a big deal. Just fucking relax and you got it. This guy's force fielding me like a genius right now. Let's go ahead and keep building. So now we know, we saw the fight, right? We saw it with stalkers and sentries and shit. Now, oh, I got this motherfucker now, dude. Fucking Papa Smurf got some goddamn ground army going on. I'm going with fucking charge lot now, boy. Oh, you pulled out of me. I'm going charge lot now, dude. Charge lots. Yep. What are we doing against people who go ground, guys? Charge lot Archon. Let's go ahead and chrono boost our Nexus. Start making zealots. Okay, he's running adepts in my base again. What's happening there? Okay, randomness. Yeah, I don't think this guy is joking with his name. Good lord. Is this Gold League or what? Yeah, let's go back to the Let's go back to the third base with our army. And the reason why is because we just got fucking army over there too. So these units are dead, so they're gone. Cool. Let's make a couple more gateways, just like maybe like 4 more gates, because again, it's cheaper than Stalkers, and now we're going for mass charge lots and Archons. We can chrono boost our upgrades. Let's also expand again, because you know, we need to. We're fully saturated. Let's keep making zealots. And zealots and immortals right now. We can grab our gateways in our control group. And now look at our gas to our minerals. So much gas, so little minerals. Let's go ahead and start making Archons. Let's go ahead and take gas here as well, because we're fully saturated. Keep making probes. Don't stop making probes. We've already lost probably like 12 probes this game, but it's okay. Now he's hitting this base again. Okay. Group my army up. Make some Archons. We can even battery overcharge that shield battery. It's kind of out of range, so it's okay though. Okay. Make sure my units are all fighting. Like, move my shit together. Saturate my bases properly. Go build another Nexus. And, yep. We can't really chrono boost anything right now. Good luck with gold to GM. Thanks, dude. Yeah, that was I mean, he left the game. It's I don't really like that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. That game gives me a fucking sour taste in my mouth. I had a, you know, his name, dude, is not lying, dude. I fucking knew it. I had a feeling. Again, the point is, right? Let me just throw it out there one more time and say this really fast. The point is, obviously, it's about gold players learning how to play at gold MMR, not about gold players learning how to play at like a fucking masters MMR, dude, or like a high diamond or some shit. Like, I don't know exactly who this is, but if I had to guess the way he was playing, I knew, I was fucking knew it, dude. I was like, I feel like I could abuse the pylon shit against him, but that's like legit like diamond plus level. That is not gold level. And this game was definitely really close still. It really, like, we definitely took a fucking hit to the face here. We definitely took a hit to the face through sheer macro. But I feel like that's also, it's not just negative only, right? I kind of don't like it because you just like, I feel like this wasn't even a real game. I feel like he was abusing me, but we still managed to even stabilize the game, and then he just leaves. I would have preferred he stayed. But something to note, though, is that if we actually played against, let's just say this guy's diamond, okay? I don't know exactly what it is, but it felt like upper diamond to maybe masters in terms of like how he was rotating around the map. It's not, masters is a bit high. That's okay, I don't think it was masters. Masters is a bit excessive. I think it's diamond. This felt like a diamond game. And if it genuinely was, the fact that our gold level standards, which I think are very attainable.
Vibe, do you think it is actually helpful to see you, a GM, winning against these smurfs during a gold game? Sure, a gold player should be able to understand some of these concepts, but probably it is unrealistic to expect any actual gold player to win.
If you're a gold player, here's the thing. If you're a gold player, you're probably going to lose versus someone who's a smurf. And the reason why, here's the reason why. If you're a gold player and you're actually in Gold League, this Bronze to GM tutorial is not a guide that says this is how you should be playing already in Gold League. That's not what the guide is. I'm not saying I am now only playing at the epitome of like the average gold player. What the guide is is it's what you could be doing in Gold League if you were actually efficient with your time. It's like showing you what you could be doing at like the top of Gold League. If you're like playing as one of the better Gold League players because you know what you're doing, it's something to strive for. I don't expect any Gold player to play how I play right now, right away. I don't expect any player to play how I am right now, right away. I don't expect it fucking at all. But if you watch the video, or like you study it and you actually do it yourself, and you try to do it yourself, maybe by like the 10th time you try it, or the 20th time, I don't know, everyone's different, right? Some people might take less than others. But you try it a few times, and suddenly you start getting more and more close, you get closer and closer to what I'm doing in the video, and you're like, shit, dude. Like, I'm actually able to start doing what Vibe did in his games. And then suddenly you find yourself getting promoted. And, you know, then you're obviously, why are you getting promoted? Because you're actually playing the game at a higher level. You're playing at a more powerful level than you were before. The reason why you got promoted is because if you were to able to, like right now, today, when you got promoted, if you played yourself like 2 weeks ago or something, when you started watching gold videos in the bottom of Gold League, and now you're in the bottom of Platinum League, you would crush yourself from 2 weeks ago because now you're a better player. Because you've grown as a player and you understand a little bit more about the concepts of StarCraft. That's really what it's about. It's about growing you as a player, and you definitely no fucking gold player who's like, if you're like gold 2, which is what this video is, and you've been stuck in gold 2 for the last 4 months, no, I don't expect the first time you play a Smurf that you just crush them. And you're like, yep, easy. But you're definitely going to have a better chance against them than you did before. I guarantee that will be a thing. And who knows, you might beat one of them. It might happen. But again, yeah, it's all about giving you a real. It's attainable. It's not like this is you automatically, but this is very attainable. It'd be like me saying, okay, try and like jump and grab an object that's like barely out of your reach. And if like you practice and you like perfect your jump and stuff, you'll grab it. It's not like me putting an item on a helicopter and flying a helicopter into the sky being like, okay, jump and grab that. And it's physically impossible. It's not the same thing. It's what I'm doing is not impossible. It's very attainable. Guys, I have 90 APM, okay? In Gold League, we have 90 APM. And this is assuming the fact that we're doing things as well. Like, I want to show you something really fast. Watch this. So, we'll go to the point to where I make an Archon. I want to see an Archon get made. Oh, I just skipped it. Fuck. Look at this really fast. So look at APM when we're making an Archon, right? Look at the APM when we make an Archon. So I made a couple Templars. And now watch. When you hold the button to make Archon. When you hold the button to make an Archon. Look at how fucking insane your APM gets when you hold the button to make an Archon. And I'm holding it like right now. Like my APM, it was just 2 Archons. When you get even more than that, it's even crazier. But my APM right there spiked to about 400 because I held the fucking C key to go phase shift Archon. Because literally, this is what's happening. That's what's happening. It's saying Archon, 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 Archon. Like it's like telling the game to make Archons like do it now. Because you're holding the button down. So it like that kind of shit will blow your APM out of the water. But again, our average is sub 100. I think it's very attainable for a gold player to do this. It's very attainable. It's just understanding, again, priorities, concepts, all that kind of stuff. It's understanding what you should be doing at what time. Okay, I'm going to profile this guy really fast. I don't have enough time. It doesn't matter. I can clearly tell that guy was not fucking gold too. Or gold. It doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all good. There was too much attacking and like the fact that here's the thing, right? If that was genuinely Gold League, the reason why I say he wasn't Gold League is in Gold League while we get smashed in the face over and over and over and we just move our army and shit towards the area and we understand how to do that to a degree. As long as we focus on macro, you can definitely recover. I do think a gold player is capable of recovery. However, I don't think a gold player is very capable of multi-pronging, attacking, and killing my shit while at the same time macroing behind it. And that dude had the same economy as I did after he did some damage to me, and I recovered after he attacked me. Most gold players, if they attack you, will have a shitload of bank and have like, you know, it's like, oh, well, while I was attacking, I just didn't macro. That is legit gold league right there. And it's okay. It's whatever. We don't have to talk too much about like, oh, smurfing. It's all good. It happens. It'll happen to you as well when you play this game, guys. I'm sorry to say it, but it does. It's literally the internet, and it's part of the internet. It's what happens online. It's not gonna happen a lot. So don't get too mad about it. Just if it happens, just move on with your life. Be like, cool, whatever. And I know there's people out there, this always happens, but Vibe, you're smurfing too right now. And the answer to that is, yes, I am. I know I am. I don't actually belong in Gold League. I know I'm a GM player. But again, I'm not playing like a GM player right now. And I feel like only a Gold player might not know that. Like a genuine player who says, but Vibe, you're smurfing too. I'm not playing like I'm fucking GM right now, guys. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but this is not the epitome of my skill level right now. So... what I'm doing again is I'm just trying to make a guide, right? I'm trying to give you guys an attainable, realistic play style that you can do yourself. Okay, so let's take our second gas. Let's build our second pylon. And what did we see in his base, right? We saw nothing, no buildings except for that. So that's a clear sign of cannon rush. And are we worried about that right now? I don't know. I don't really care. It's okay. It's okay. Am I stressing about that shit? Not really. Watch, it's like, watch this. We're coming back to our base, right? We're coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Vibu's coming home. Let's take our natural, rally our probes to our natural, start chrono boosting the probes. We can camera hotkey the bases so we can see where we're going. Let's go ahead and build a pylon. Okay, there is, I guess, no cannon rush at my base. Maybe he's cannoning going over here or something with like stop proxy voids or some shit. I mean, that's something that a gold player won't know, obviously. But do we care? No, not right now. What are we gonna do because he doesn't have a natural? Ah, yeah, battery. We're gonna make a battery. We're gonna keep the game simple. Am I gonna look at that and just go? I'm gonna jump to all these different kinds of conclusions and be like, I know what build it is. It's a fucking proxy tempest. It's currently in the meta. I know everyone does it. No, I'm not gonna do that because it's not a good way to understand how to scout. That's a bad habit to develop. It means you assume shit that doesn't actually have to be happening. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna do our build as we normally would. For now. For now. We're just doing our build as it normally does. As it normally goes. And because he didn't expand and he chose some type of aggressive maneuver, it seems like I just made a battery. That's all we did. Okay, we're fully saturated on the natural, so let's go ahead and send a probe to take our third base. Because we want to expand again. It would be nice to make some more money. Okay, now our warp gate's done, our robo's done. Let's go ahead and make a couple stalkers. Hey, look, he's showed up with some zealots. Let's go ahead and overcharge our battery.
Vibe out here smurfing and shitting on Smurfers SMDH.
Let's go ahead and take our gases. Thank you, People Man, for the bits. Or the dono. Thank you, dude. I know people hate smurfing. I know people hate smurfing. I get it. But again, I'm trying to help you guys overcome the smurfs by making you better at the game. So hopefully you guys understand. I'm trying to give you the tools you need to overcome the bullshit. Let's go ahead and chrono boost our bases. Chrono. And we got a camera hawk here, our third. We didn't do that yet. Okay, look at my money, right? It's going up a little bit. I can't spend anything right now, so let's add in our upgrades. And now let's also add in a scout of a Hoos Nation. Let's go bottom left of the map first. Why did I go left side first? I had no reason. I just did it. I would have gone left or right, and I chose left at a whim. Like, let's just do it. I'm just scouting. I'm just getting I'm getting the idea of getting myself on the map and scouting. And since I don't know what he's going for yet, I'm going to keep making Immortals and Stalkers because I have no fucking clue what it is. And even though I don't know what it is yet, I'm still going to get charge. It's just I'm not going to make charge lots until I actually know what kind of army he's making.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Okay, we're fully saturated. Let's take another base. What's in here? Okay, we flew over a cannon, and I don't know what else. I have no fucking idea what this guy's doing. But does it matter? Am I going to start questioning everything and be like, oh, Jesus, the sky is falling. Everything doesn't make sense. His build is chaos. No. Efficiency beats inefficiency, guys. I'm going to stick to the plan. Stick to the fucking plan, dude. Because you'll just crush people who play inefficient if you do that. Look at my probe count already. I'm at 73. Let's go ahead and get ourselves an archives, a temple archives, so I can actually make, archons. Let's get a couple more pylons in my base so I have more building room to work with so I can make a fuckload of gateways. Also, we need to build pylons anyways because we're in a supply block soon. Let's grab a couple more gateway units. We can start kind of boosting upgrades. And let's also send a hallucination out, this time on the right side of the map, and let's find out if this guy has anything on the right side. Because I have no idea what he's doing. Like, speaking from my perspective as well, from a higher level player, I'm not just saying that for the sake of gold video. I fucking don't know what this guy's doing, right? But does it matter? No. I don't care what he's doing either, because it's already inefficient. Look, he's got a proxy base, right? So that's what we just found. So we'll go kill that. Not right now. We'll kill that soon. We need to know what army he has. So, and we also need to worry about our build as well, right? We're not done yet. Okay, well, what's that? It's ground units. All right, sick. Now we know we're up against ground units, guys. So what am I going to do? I'm actually going to make charge lots. I am actually going to start making charge lots now. Okay, we're at 84, 85 probes now. Sick. Let's go ahead and take out another base. Let's also have one probe mine this out because we want to be able to, again, defend this location from here. This is a wall otherwise. We don't want that. Okay, let's, we have more gas than minerals, so let's start making some archons. Let's go ahead and make some damn fucking, supply deepers, pylon, whatever you want to call that shit. Mineral field's depleted, guys. Let's fix that. Send a couple probes on the gases. Gas, 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 gas. 3 probes in each gas. Easy peasy. Again, how did I do that for anyone who's confused? You can literally green box a chunk of your workers. Let's say this is how many you get. Right click a gas. Hold shift, 1, 2, 3 clicks. Right click the other gas, 1, 2, 3 shift clicks. Right click the mineral line again. And you're good to go. You've now fixed your economy. And now you have a good assorted economy at that base. Let's chrono boost my immortal and my upgrades again. Let's make another immortal while we're at it. Fix this base. That base is good. That base is good. Send all my new probes to like this base. And let's also maybe build some more gates. Because look at my money, guys. I'm fucking cruising right now. I don't actually have enough money to spend. Do I have a second robo? I don't think I do. Let's just go ahead and make one like... My base is getting kind of cluttered. Let's make one like right there. There you go. Our base is super cluttered. It's okay. Are we worried about SimCity yet? No, just do it quickly. Maybe a couple gateways down there. I have no idea how many gateways we're at, but we'll figure it out soon. Let's go ahead and get our upgrades here. Going on now 3-3.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Thigh Dingus. Thank you very much for the prime, dude. Much love. Okay, let's add all these gateways into our control group. Let's add this robo in. Let's add this. So we went to 26 gates. That's a bit excessive, but it's okay. Let's do one final scout with our hallucinated phoenix on the bottom left side of the map, and we're going to find out if this guy has anything. Let's also finish off with a couple archons, because now we're at 200 supply. Right around 10 minutes again, right? So nice. We have all of our remax potential, and we have a 10-minute max. It's still not not bad. Okay, let's fix our probes really quickly while we're figuring out if there's anything on the bottom side, and we'll be ready to go in just a second.
For those of you who play Eve, Karma Fleet is recruiting.
What? Karma Fleet is recruiting? You're using my fucking stream as a as a guild recruitment app? Karma Fleet?
Engaging the enemy.
Vibe's already too fast for a gold player. Okay, we'll go back and watch the fucking bronze video, the silver video. It still applies to gold, guys. Trust me, it does. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move my army to the front. Let's move my army to the front. I agree, it's a little fast. Oh boy. Guys, just know as well, don't be a pussy. You have to get better, man. You have to fucking get better. I'm sorry. Like, if this is too fast, practice. I can't give you a participation ribbon to get promoted in StarCraft. I'm trying really hard to give this a realistic example, right? I'm not. This is, guys. This is even fucking fast. I'm telling you right now. I'm like holding the gas back right now as much as I can. This StarCraft, your opponent in StarCraft is not going to be like, oh, you don't want to play at this pace? Let's play a lot slower then. I don't know what to tell you. If it's too fast, honestly, I'm trying to keep it realistic here. We're playing sub 100 APM. Just, if this is too fast, just go back and watch Bronze and Silver, where it goes even slower, and focus on those topics and get faster at them.
Upgrade complete.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, if 100 APM is too fast for you, there's no magic fucking pill that just makes you GM. I can't just be like, oh, you can get GM. This is the Bronze GM guide on 30 APM. That doesn't exist. I'm sorry, it doesn't. I love you guys, okay? I don't want to actually... I'm not being mean. I was just joking. No one's a pussy, obviously. I'm just totally joking, guys, okay? But for real, okay? You got to have some type of reality, right? You have to at least try if you want to fucking get GM. Look. He's got stalkers. He's got a ground army. So what am I going to do? What, like, for instance, what am I doing? I hit the button for Zealot and I just click, 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 click. If you'd like, I could go like back to this, right? It's like.
Mineral field depleted. Highlight for hire. 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 Highlight for hire.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's. You have to push yourself. I'm sorry I'm a puss. Guys, I know my channel is usually, we're all pretty fucking chill, right? I can give you guys shit because you guys give me shit literally every day. But you have to try.
Hey guys, check out my off. Link in bio, JK lol.
We're playing, so look at the game, right? Just look at the APM, right? After the game's over, this is a 14-minute game. We played at 72 APM, okay? 72 APM. This is not like the Flash here. We're not playing at light speed. Now, I don't want to, again, gold players, I am not trying to discredit you. If you're like, dude, 72 is too fast, it's actually faster than me. Guys, that's fine. That's totally fine. I just want you, please, this is my mindset, okay? This is my mindset to you. Hear me, I'm not going to joke around. This is me being serious for a second. If you are under 72 APM, that is completely okay. Hold on. Shut the fuck up for a second, man. I got to make my point. I'll play that again in a second. If you're under 72 APM, that is totally okay. You're fine. That's you know, that's good. That's fine. That's not a big deal. But I want you to think about that and go, I will keep trying to be a stronger player. I will keep trying to improve. I will try to become a 72 APM player. And then eventually I'll try to become a 90 APM player. And then I'll try to become a 120 APM player. I would say also don't focus too much on APM. It's not the end all be all in StarCraft. It's just a little bit of an indicator as to how fast you play the game. But don't look at fucking 72 APM and say, bro, you're way too fast for me. Because if it is way too fast for you, if you look at that as an unattainable obstacle, you have the wrong mindset to get better at anything. It means you're giving up already before it's even started. You're like, nah, that's too much. I'm done. Well, guess what? I hate to break it to you. If I get fucking faster, which I'm going to, you're going to feel even more like that, and you're going to give up super fast. Let me give you an example again of push-ups, right? Let's just say I'm trying to learn how to do push-ups, and I watch a YouTube video, and it's like, hey there, guys. This is beginner's push-ups. Let's learn how to do 10 push-ups. And I'm like, oh, fucking 10? Fuck that. I was hoping he'd say 2. 10 push-ups? I'm fucking done. And I'm like, that's way too much. And he's like, 10's not a lot, guys. Tomorrow we're going to do 15. And then we're going to do 20. And then we're going to do 25. And then we're going to do 2 sets of 20. And then we're going to do 3 sets of 20. And I'm like, I can't even do 10. And that doesn't sound good to me. I'm fucking done. Well, guess what? I'm never going to get in shape. If that already sounds like it's too much for me. Because I have zero desire to improve as my body. Just like if you have zero desire to improve your skill level at StarCraft. It's mindset, right? It's your mindset. Don't look at something you see and go, bro, that's fucking ridiculous. That's way too much for me. Nuh-uh. Never happening. Can't do it. Fucking just put your pants on and fucking go for it. You guys can do it. Trust me. You guys can do it. I believe in you. I've literally... Here's the thing, right? Let me tell you an example. Let me give an example. My brother is someone who, if I never talk to him, he genuinely sits in like Silver 2. And he's only played this game like 3 different occasions. And like he played it for like a month and then he'd quit. And then he'd play it like 4 years later. He'd play it for like 2 months and then he'd quit. He's not really an RTS player. But he would sit in Silver League. And then when I would sit next to him and I would be like, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And I wouldn't be like, do this, no, stop, do that. I'm not like speaking like a fucking magician. And I'm like trying to make him play at 300 APM. And he's like, I can't handle it. I would literally be like, let's expand. Let's focus on our economy. Okay, you should expand again. Chill. Make units. Don't focus on attacking. Go back home. Make units. I would just tell him what to do in a very straightforward way. He would go immediately from silver up to like fucking platinum 2 or platinum 1. And he'd be like, what the hell? When Dan's watching, and he would even say all these times, he's like, whenever Dan's watching me, I'm like a platinum player. But when he's not there, I'm like a silver player. And that doesn't have to be that way if you learn the concepts yourself. If you learn the concept yourself, guys, I'm going to tell you one more thing, okay? Let me tell you one more thing. This is one more thing. And this is why, I hate to break it to you, this is tough love. But anyone who's complaining that this is too fast, I don't feel fucking bad for you at all. Okay? Here's why. Remember the concept that we've learned in bronze and silver? And we're not talking about it as much in gold because in gold, we're definitely starting to do more in the game. We're starting to learn a bit more about the game than just 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5. You guys remember 4-5? 4, check my fucking gateways in my robo. Build shit. 5, build probes. Check it. Check it. Check it. Like, that's what we're doing the whole time. And if you do that, if you check 4-5 and you just build units, you're already going to have like 60 APM or like 50 APM just doing that. You're just going to have APM doing that. Because how the fuck else, what else are you doing? Guys, if you have 30 APM, you know what you're doing? You like do like this. You like make unit, make unit, make unit, move probe, make a nexus, make a pylon, make a pylon, make a pylon.
The put your pants on speech forced me to prime.
4-5, 4-5, 4-5, making it. So we just did 4-5, make a couple pylons, make some probes, transfer some probes, make a new nexus, make a couple pylons at it, shift click the middle line. Like, you would have to take your fucking hands off the keyboard for like 20 seconds at a time after like 20 seconds of gameplay. By just going 4-5, 4, make stalker, make immortal, 5, make probe, make probe, make probe. Look at my nexus, it's fully saturated, make an expansion. Do I expect, again, please, I'm gonna leave it with this because I feel like with how I'm shitting on people with the bad mindset, you guys are probably gonna forget this concept. Because I mean, I'm not trying to shit on you. It's okay. It is totally okay if your APM is not that fast yet. It's totally okay.
Hi Vibe, I'm currently Diamond 3. I'm trying to learn how to go back into Silver. Do you have any tips for me? I play Protoss.
No. You want to go back into Silver as a Diamond player? No. Thank you, Big Plumbus. And Grizz, thank you for the 3-3 sub. Mr. Peopleman, thank you for the 3. I'll play the Mr. Peopleman dono in just a second. But guys, just know, for real, okay? Please. It's okay if you're not that good yet. Don't beat yourself up. Just build yourself up. Instead of beating yourself up, build yourself up and don't think it's impossible to do it. Because if you genuinely look at something and go, that's too difficult for me, I don't think StarCraft is the right game for you then. Because this game is not going to... you might as well play like Minecraft or some shit. Because this game is going to fucking own your ass if you don't have a competitive mindset. You have to have the idea in your mind where you go, I want to get better. Like, I actually want to improve, right? And if you want to improve... Now, I'm not, again, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Maybe I was playing a little too fast for a moment that game. It could have happened. I don't fucking know. I'm trying really hard to give you guys a realistic fucking league here. But you shouldn't look at it that way anyways. You should look at it and go, I'm going to try and do that myself. I'm going to try and get better because I know if I want to improve, it means I have to try. If you want to improve and you just don't want to try, it doesn't work that way. You can't fucking do that. Anyways, yeah, that's a bit of a tangent right there. But I mean, I can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves, right? If you don't want to actually try to get better, I can't fucking give you secret knowledge that makes you just better without trying. Okay, now we'll just... this game is super fucking awkward. This guy, again, the reason why this guy got steamrolled, guys, is because, again, what the hell kind of... Like, if this is your build, right? If you're like, all right, I'm going to go for a gateway, I'm going to go for a forge, I'm going to go for a fucking pylon at my natural, and a zealot's going to stand there. I'd be like, who the fuck taught you how to play this game? Like, this, again, this is chaos, right? I'm not, Teo, I'm not shitting, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to shit on anyone. I always have to say it, because it always seems like that. But it doesn't make any fucking sense. What does this accomplish? It makes you super far behind. And this is the reason why he's so far, like, this is why he's so far behind. At 6 minutes in the game, he's managed to go up 2 probes on the mineral line. Doing a build that is minerals, or that's gas. Minerals. 3 stalkers and 2 sentries is the difference here. Those are gas as well. They take some gas. It's just inefficient. And it's also no probes, right? It's no probes. Guys, just don't play StarCraft, I guess. Just play Roblox. There's still, my chat's still talking about my what I'm talking about. Guys, you like you legit have to try, right? Like, no matter what it is in life, you have to try. If you don't try and you expect results, you need to have your ass kicked. Because you need a fucking wake-up call. I'm just joking. You don't deserve to have your ass kicked. That's a fucking joke. I hope my chat is usually not sensitive, I hope you guys know I'm fucking joking whenever I say these kinds of things. I'm not serious. But it's the wrong idea, right? It's the wrong impression about how the world works. You have don't be soft. Don't cater to the soft fucking upbringing that people have had sometimes lately, where it's like you just win for showing up. No, you don't fucking win showing up. You have to fucking try. Okay, so like we're now quadrupling the supply almost, right? We're really tripling, but we were almost maxing out, and he was at like the 58 for a second. Now it's roughly triple, right? It's roughly triple. We don't have to get crazy. We don't get super mathematical here. We're roughly tripling the supply. It's 28 probes to 85. This is just another example of this could be. I could have done anything I wanted this game, and I would have won the game because efficiency beats non-efficiency. And I hate to break it to you guys, but if you don't understand the concept of efficiency, you cannot get out of Platinum League. I'm dead serious. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Inefficient players can cap out in Platinum League. It can totally happen. You can definitely get to Platinum League playing inefficient. Because if you both play inefficient, random chaotic things happen, and you might win a lot of games in a row with you both doing weird shit, and you might actually get to a point where you're in Platinum League. This guy could be fucking platinum playing this way. I believe it. I 100% believe it, because if someone else does something really awfully inefficient as well and attacks into this, suddenly he might actually have a chance. It's possible, right? But if you ever learn how to play efficient, you smash players like this, like a fucking mosquito or a bug on a windshield. It's just like, it's dealt with. It's just like. It's just like something you pass through. It's like, yeah, okay, well, this isn't really our objective yet, but we're just slapping it out of the way right now really fast. Because efficiency will take you to Diamond League. And again, I have nothing against Teo. Again, Teo, you're fucking great. You're a beautiful person, Teo. It's just the way you played this game was inefficient. And if it's not impossible for you to adopt an efficient playstyle. And suddenly you've just gone from an inefficient player to an efficient player, and you're a totally different player. Anybody can do it. You just got to try to do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Tryhard SC, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs, man. I appreciate you. Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but you guys have to be realistic, right? This is a fucking competitive game.
Yeah.
It's a competitive game. You can't have the mindset of, I don't want to try that hard. Like, I'm okay. Let me tell you this last thing, okay? Again, if I don't, by the way, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who said that comment in the first place. And if you're listening to me right now still, and you haven't already hated me, just know I'm not actually mad at you. Or I hope I'm not offending you. It's just like I'm trying to put my perspective on it, right?
Oh yeah.
And you're totally fine. I don't want to make someone sad or anything like that. It's not my point. But the final thing I'll say, okay, is if anyone was a competitive, like actually in the competitive scene in StarCraft 2, and then if anybody ever was talking to somebody else about a build that's like, oh dude, this new build is fucking sick.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
this build's super good. It's like a new build.
You tell 'em, coach.
Yo, Bada Boomer, thank you very much for the 7-month resub, dude. Thank you. If anyone was ever in the competitive scene in StarCraft 2 and they're talking to each other about what a new playstyle is that's really good, they're like, oh, this new build's fucking sick. And the guy who's being told the build, if he looks at it and goes, I don't like it. It's too fast. Give me an easier build. The fucking other guy who's like sharing the build would immediately be like, well, this guy sucks. I'm not going to talk to him about builds anymore. Because it's a losing mindset. It's a mindset that just shows you don't want to improve. If that's what you stick to, it means that you've already given up before you've tried. That's what it means. And that's a terrible mindset. That means that you will always be that level if you don't even try. Sorry, there was a little bit of philosophy there about how I think about things. And again, you guys, it's a fucking video game, right? You could listen to me right now and be like, shut the fuck up, vibe. And I'd be like, okay. I'm not trying to offend you, and I hope I'm not. It's a video game, but this particular video game is super competitive, and you have to be able to, you have to want to be competitive as well to participate here. If you want to have fun and you want to improve, because if you don't have that killer instinct competitiveness to you, people are going to run your ass over repeatedly in this game if you don't try. All right, I'll stop there. I'm just trying to give my point of view. I'm not trying to actually make anyone upset, and I feel like I might be, so I'll stop there. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about this game. There's nothing to talk about this game because there's no chance. Like he's got 20 fucking supply versus 150. And it was just because his build was so chaotic. Again, Teo, it doesn't. Does this mean Teo sucks ass at StarCraft? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means Teo doesn't understand what efficiency is, and this is the problem of everybody who is in Platinum or below. Some people don't understand efficiency a little bit. Some people understand less than others, but the goal or the general theme is everyone doesn't understand it to a degree. That's all it is. And if you start actually paying attention to it and understanding it, which is what, again, this whole beginning video is all about for bronze to plat, it builds you up to help you understand what is efficient about StarCraft. How can you develop a build and not just be behind because you're like, fuck, why? Like, for instance, if you played in a tournament for fun and you were like, ah, fuck, I got a fucking Masters player, I'm gold. You just expect to lose, right? You expect to lose. And what I'm trying to teach you is the difference that he knows to what you don't know. And again, it's up to you, right? If you want to like actually learn it or not. It's really up to you. But this is the shit he knows that is why you feel like he's just going to beat you. It's concepts about the game. It's efficiency, right? Anyways, this is the end of the video now. Sorry, we went on a bit of a rant there at the end, but I mean, it's very true though. If you don't want to try, and if you just want to play StarCraft for fun, that is totally acceptable. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's totally acceptable.
Vibe, what is so hard to understand? Just tell us how to get placed into GMWTF. Is this APM BS you keep ranting about? Just make me a GM, like what's so hard about that?
Okay, sorry. My bad. I just don't want to tell you guys a secret. I got to keep that for the other 199 GM players, including myself in there, for the 200th person. I don't want anyone else to know, because then I might lose my spot. But yeah, if you guys want to have fun, by all means, it's a video game, right? Take or leave whatever I say at your discretion. Do whatever you want with it. It's a video game. It's just for fun. But if fun to you is being competitive, and like, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a pro gamer, but if it just means you want to try to be better and beat people at StarCraft, you want to like see how many times you can win. You want to see how high you can get. You're like, I really want to see if I can get to Diamond. I want to see if I can get to Masters. Well, then obviously, you got to pay attention, right? Because the more you learn, knowledge is power, boys. The more you learn about how to play this game properly, the easier it will feel, and it won't feel like you look at the screen and go, holy fuck, this is really fast. You'll be like, I get it. He's just building probes with 4-5. And again, camera hotkeys. Camera hotkeys is something that's going to make it feel fast, by the way, as well. Which is something we talked about again. And if you're confused about how to use camera hotkeys, like I said before, it's not required, but it's definitely something that you should do if you want to be more efficient. It definitely will help you if you learn it in the end. It's super useful. Okay, anyways, guys, I think this video has gone on long enough for this little rant. You get my point. I feel like I'm just going to keep repeating myself if I keep going. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Much love. Thank you guys for being here. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And just know I don't know. I hope you guys have fun. That's the whole point, right? I hope you guys have a good time either way. And I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I'll see you in the next one. Unless you hate me. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy. Much love. Good luck in your games. And peace, guys.